3, 2. All right, let's get into it. It's a Friday, and it's a good one. DJ Williams, Justin Acree on the road today. Christian Weaver holding it down back in the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort studio. We're here. Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort. It is Apple Blossom Weekend.
Oh,
the
man.
Masters is on.
Come on.
We've got baseball happening today. All kinds of wagering options. Great time here. Plenty of options to eat, drink.
Got it all.
Ways to be merry. We're going to have some fun. We want guests coming up in an hour to talk to David Longinati. His thoughts on the weekend. We've got Nancy Holtz this hour, thanks to the Gangster Museum of America. We've got Tom Murphy in the second hour today, talking all things Razorback. And Zach's going to come by and talk about some wagering options, certainly about some options on the Masters.
You haven't even mentioned that weather. I mean, what a better day to get out here. Enjoy, get out on the track. If you're Justin, get a corned beef sandwich.
Yeah.
Get it all. I do have one thing. I'm trying to calm down. You know, I'm not that guy that gets all fired up. But, you know, first I want to start saying this, Justin. I love my senior citizens. You know, they've paved the way, you know, for the brighter future, doing their things. But at what point?
I knew there was a butt coming.
At what point do we got to get them behind that? We got to get them from behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a point.
There's a point.
There's a point.
I ran into a situation on my way here today, and it was
Not
tough.
literally, I hope.
No. It was close, though. It was close. But I'm just thinking, Justin, at what point, you know?
Man, woman, or child?
It was a guy.
Yeah?
It was a guy.
Old dude?
He was a little older.
What happened?
You just
Talk to me.
I mean, you can just tell at some age they just I don't know if it's safe to be behind the wheel anymore.
What did he do?
Well, so we're trying to take the exit and I guess the
did you take the
central
bypass?
exit and make the right.
You
right
didn't go to
off
the bypass,
central.
did you?
Yes, I did the way you told me to now,
Okay.
which I still think
Oh,
a
then
little
you go-
longer.
Yeah.
And then I took the exit, made
Faster.
a right, and then he's waiting on her, and then he pulls out, and then I try to pull out. Then he slams on the brakes.
Oh, boy.
It felt like he wasn't gonna have enough time. Now we're stuck in the middle. This other car is about to hit us both. It was a mess.
Yeah.
And he just puts a little hand. I get it. You know, he was nice. He didn't do it on purpose.
You're
but
right.
There's got to be a point, right?
There probably is. I mean, there probably are some moments where you're like, okay, enough already.
Yeah.
That's probably enough. That's okay.
There was a South Park episode about that.
Is there?
Yeah. I mean, I've done some stories over the years of some bad situations, and yeah, I think I want my kids to tell me, Dad, you can't drive anymore.
Can't drive
man."
anymore, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to be kind and you got to be honest with your family members and just be like, look, dude, I think maybe not. Maybe we shouldn't.
When do you think it'll be for you?
I hope never, but I mean, I'm sure there'll come a day. Look, if I become independently wealthy, I'll never get behind the wheel of a car again.
You won't want to drive.
Buddy, I'd like it. I was calling you
do
today. I was like,
chauffeur-
can I
oh,
ride?
that's
Can
what
I
you
ride
want?
Buddy, I like riding.
If I would have known that, I would have let you sit in the back seat, put like some put like a little mimosa in the back.
You can call me Miss Daisy.
I got you.
Buddy. I don't know
got
about all
you.
that.
Yeah.
So we got plenty to get to today. Looking forward to it. I got a couple of things I wanted to talk about. I just got an announcement this morning. This is kind of somewhat self-serving, but, you know, again, if you like basketball in state, I was so hyped about this. Somebody brought this to my attention this morning. My guys up at UCA have brought in two big-time ballers from in-state. Ty Robinson, who is an absolute scoring machine, and Mr. Basketball himself is going they're both going up to Conway, it looks like. Now, it's not official. They haven't signed on the dotted line yet, but Lane Taylor, too, who is ridiculous. DJ, we got a chance to call his state title game. He came up a little bit short against Little Rock Christian, but Lane Taylor is ridiculous.
Deal.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude, just
real
insane. Yeah, impressive. So I'm very excited about my friends in Conway. I'm so hyped about basketball season next year.
Instant starter?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Lane will definitely be playing point guard next year.
Yeah.
And the good thing is they've got another guy who played some point guard this year that can play off the ball a little bit too. He's got some size. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. The other big news, of course, the bigger news really nationally and internationally is that it looks like Kentucky has found their new coach. And it is a guy that is not very sexy. I'm just going to say it that way. I'm not saying that Coach Pope won't be a good addition, but this is a guy that finished fifth in his league this year in the Big 12. This is a guy that got bounced in the first round of the NCAA tournament this year. If you're a Kentucky fan, you cannot be excited about Mark Pope, even if he's a former Kentucky Wildcat. So I don't understand. Well, I do understand. I guess you get to a point where you're like, well, we got to hire somebody, and you get turned down enough. But listen, Kentucky fans can sell me this garbage that they didn't want Cal anymore, and they're happy he's gone and all this crap. That's fine. But I will not listen to any nonsense about how excited you are about Mark Pope and what a great hire this is. And most people aren't trying to make that claim. But this is, at best, a settled job. And at worst, a disaster. Can't wait to see. So, who do you feel better as today, Arkansas or Kentucky?
It's got to be Arkansas, no doubt, right?
Got to be Arkansas.
Why did somebody just told me that news? Does he have a relationship with somebody on the team?
Who?
Pope, Coach Pope. Am I making that up?
What kind of relationship?
Like,
He used to play there.
okay, beyond that, somebody. All right, I knew it couldn't be. Let me research this before I ask and sound like an idiot. Deal?
Sure. I like when you just wing it.
I know, but I don't want to sound so far out of. All right, somebody told me this morning, and by somebody, I'll just throw Ebony under the bus. She said, "You hear about Kentucky's new head coach?"
Okay.
That I haven't heard yet. Said used to be a former player, and does he have a relationship to Shepard, their guard on Kentucky?
I don't
They
know.
probably played together. Well, him and his dad,
Oh,
Jeff, probably played together.
okay. All right, yeah, Ebony Strip. She thought he was his dad. And I was like, two different last names? What are we doing?
Yeah.
You know,
That
I'll
makes
let, it,
more
I'll let it
sense.
slide. I'll let it slide.
I got a couple comments here already on our text line, 661-1037. That's a 501 area code, 501-661-1037. If you want to join us today, you can also text us on that same number. This comes from Rebecca. Welcome to our world, DJ. Hot Springs is made up of many older and elderly drivers who should not be driving. Okay, Rebecca. Dang.
She's on it, right?
This says, now UK can hate Pope as much as we did in the 90s. That's funny, Darren and Russellville. Thank you very much. Kentucky found their new coach. Ha, ha, ha. There you go. So if you want to join us today.
Surprised?
Yeah, I was.
Almost like they didn't have another choice? Or do we know his details of his contract? Is this kind of like just a trial run? to see if
5-year
they can-
deal.
Ooh,
It's a 5-year, yeah.
Yeah.
wow. Good for him.
Yeah.
It's got to be a downgrade in pay, though, so that's why they're up in NIL.
Okay.
Hmm.
Makes sense.
Yeah, there's no way they're paying him $8 million.
I mean, if you think about it, bring in a coach, give him $2 million, and use the rest of that to bring in some really, really good players.
But
I mean,
I'm sure he's making more than two at BYU. But if you pay him half of that, you get a lot of money left over for NIL.
a lot. Yeah.
So
May work out.
yeah, and he is a good coach, and BYU is tough. I watched them a couple times this year. They are a tough team, but they ruined my bracket too, so I hate them. But he's got some tough kids. I think he'll do a good job. It'll take a minute though. But he's still early in his career. He's only coached major college basketball one
Yep.
year.
Yeah, what do you think about that? I was having a conversation about the football landscape and Jimbo Fisher to give you an example how much they paid him. It was insane. Do you not necessarily worry about bringing in a big time name coach? And I feel like this would be more effective in basketball. Just get a coach who's decent, but then you spend all of your money on NIL to get some for sure first round draft picks who are going to make a difference, and you let great players make a mediocre coach seem a lot better than he is. Could Kentucky maybe have a new recipe?
Kentucky can get. I don't know if he's a mediocre coach. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
he doesn't have enough of a career yet to really have a determination. But if your point is, yes, you don't want to get the biggest name, highest priced guy. You want to get a guy who's a good, solid coach, but maybe not the sexiest hire, or a guy with a huge resume, so you can spend more money on NIL and pay him half what you would have to pay that big guy. That makes some sense, I suppose.
It does make sense. A lot of sense. What do you think, Christian?
I don't think that Pope is a bad coach. I think he's a good coach. I think it's just an underwhelming hire when you go from Cal to him.
Yeah.
But I see what they're doing if the NIL is there. They're kind of allocating the funds from the coach to the NIL.
This person says from the 501, isn't he 51? Cal was 65. Yeah, I mean, he's still got some time to prove himself as a coach, so we don't know a lot about him yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what your point is of Cal being 65. It's not like he can't keep coaching. I mean, Patino's 71, and he's still getting it done. I don't necessarily want to hire Patino at this point, starting a 5-year contract. But I think Cal is certainly, with all the energy, seems like a young 65. I think he'll be fine for the next 5 years. So
Our question of the day yesterday was, who does Kentucky hire? And we only had a few responses on Twitter. We probably had some on feedback. But
I did see somebody mention Pope, Christian.
somebody said Mark Pope.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to bring up.
Yep.
I just know, as you know, if we would have hired Mark Pope, I would have been upset.
Yeah.
Like, very upset.
Yeah, but it would have been – I mean, I hate to say this. I don't want to be offensive to any of my friends here who are Razorback diehards, but it would have been more acceptable for Arkansas than it would be for Kentucky. And he's a Kentucky grad, but I think it makes less sense for Kentucky, especially what you kicked out the door. It's dumb. He did play with Shepard's dad on a national championship team in Kentucky, says this person from the 870.
Okay.
This person says the point is people are talking about Cal's age as old, but is 52 young? It's not super young, no. I mean, I'm 50. I feel like I'm 100 right now. With Pope going to UK, just think of the possible transfers from BYU, 25 to 30-year-old players who have finished their mission and now they're playing ball. Maybe a couple of those guys can play there. I don't know. Are all basketball coaches gone on the hill, says JK in Fairfield Bay. I think we're all hopeful that it'll keep Ronnie Brewer.
I think that's what Joe Klein was saying. It'd be a good asset to have Ronnie Brewer still on staff.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Christian,
And
what's
Norlander
Go ahead.
reported this morning that about all or maybe all of Kentucky's assistants are going to follow Cal. So.
What is the question of the day today, Christian?
Does Tiger Woods make the cut at the Masters? Yes or no?
Where is he? He's at the
I
Masters.
do not know.
Where is he on the leaderboard? Good question. I don't know. I want to see where he is. He's playing. I know he played early this morning. I guess the guys that didn't finish yesterday had to get up early, right? Because there was some issue because they started a couple hours late yesterday.
Yeah.
And I guess some of them probably finish their round and then sit for quite a while as opposed to just playing and then going from there.
When does the Masters really get fired up?
And so it's fired up.
I mean, like, what's the day that that's going to have most eyes?
I mean, Saturday's moving day. Sunday will have the most eyes, though.
Yeah.
People are off work, and that's the day that determines the winner. But Saturday's an important day for sure.
DeChambeau's leading right now, 7 under, right?
I did not see that coming, yes.
Trying to find where Tiger is.
I know that Rory shot a 71 in the opening round. DeChambeau's still on top at 7 under. Then Max Homa. Scotty Scheffler at 6 under. Homa's on the course. He's 1 under today. Scheffler has not teed off yet. He tees off at 12:48. I think that's Central Time.
Tiger is even, or he's +1. He's tied for 36th right now.
Yeah, there's a lot.
He's projected to make the cut at least.
Yeah, there's a lot of red numbers. How many holes is he in, Christian?
That I don't
He's
know.
+1, you said? There he is. He
Yeah,
is
yeah.
even through 2 today after shooting an opening around 73. Projected cut line is what right now? Yeah, I'm going to say he doesn't make the cut. Sorry.
Oh,
I want him to.
I think. Would you say most people want him to?
I think everybody does.
Yeah.
It's good for everybody, I think. You know, it creates – because there are casual golf fans who won't watch unless Tiger's still playing.
Yeah.
But
So somebody like Phil, Tiger has a history with injuries, back and all that stuff.
Yeah.
How come someone like Phil Mickelson still isn't in top of the pack? with
'Cause
the
he's
big
old.
name? Is that I didn't know how long you could play golf before you start getting out of.
it's not that you –
How's too old? What's too old?
I mean, that's not too old, but to compete at the highest level, I mean, these guys are out here hitting 100 miles, and it's it's hard. I mean, your body doesn't hold up like it used to. It's tough. I mean, he's in his 50s now. Couples sounds not that old to me.
I feel like you get out there, stripe some, and not hurt yourself.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I work out. I don't know if Phil does.
Mm.
Fred Couples is near the bottom. He's a former champion at 9 over. It's just hard the older you get, man. Dustin Johnson, though, he's 6 over. He shot a 78 in the first round. Jordan Spieth shot a 79 in the first round. I mean, some of
These young
guys-
bucks suck.
Yeah, some of them do. Keegan Bradley, 6 over. Zach Johnson, former champion, +4. Gary Woodland, I don't know if you saw the feature on him yesterday. ESPN did a really good feature on him. He had a horrible situation, like a brain lesion, had to get brain surgery, and he's kind of building himself back into form. So he would have been a long shot to make it interesting. Anyway, Adam Scott's another guy that's won a major before. I think he has. +4. Sometimes I forget. Jason Day, weird pants, +3. There's a lot of really great players that are behind Tiger. I thought Wyndham Clark would be a factor. He was 1 over in his opening round. He's not out of it yet. He hasn't teed off yet. Phil shot
What
a
did
1 over.
Wyndham win last year that was like kind of out of nowhere?
Who?
Wyndham. Did he win a major?
Wyndham
And it was
Clark.
kind of out of nowhere?
I don't remember. I don't remember who won the majors last year. Wyndham Clark. He's got 3 wins on tour. He did not play in the Masters before this year. Tiger 75th is his best. Yeah, he won the Open, U.S. Open last year.
All right.
So he hasn't finished inside the top 30 in any other major. but he won the U.S. Open last year. So I would say that's fair to say out of left field. He won the Pebble Beach Pro-Am in 24, so this year in February, and he won the Wells Fargo last year as well as the Open, the U.S. Open. So
How did out of left field become a thing?
that's a great question. I'd love to know the genesis. That was a Pat Bradley bit. PB would always look up the genesis of these sayings and stuff, and that's a good one.
You know where OK came from?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-uh.
It was I think it was an English. It started at an English place, and there was a school. Dang it! It was called Old, I think, Critters or something like that. And they would be out in public, and they'd say, "Oh, that guy's he's okay because he's from that school," and that became a thing, saying somebody's okay.
Interesting.
Interesting, right?
I think so.
You don't believe me?
I believe you.
Yeah.
I'm here to believe you.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing this weekend?
I am, man, what a weekend.
Yeah,
so,
tell me about last night. DJ got honored last night. It was you, right?
Yeah,
It was for you?
It was I, and it was a Community Service Award from the Martin Luther King Jr. Commission up there in Northwest Arkansas. But they also reached out to me beforehand and told me that they wanted to honor my girlfriend, Ebony Mitchell, as well, but try to keep it a secret. So after I received my award, then I brought her mom on stage, and they wanted to present her one as well for everything she's doing at the food bank and the community service. So then we had to come back here, did the morning show. Now we're here in Oaklawn, and after this, hop back in the car, go to Northwest Arkansas, and get ready for the spring game tomorrow. So, and that's one thing I asked on my Twitter, as I'm about to post it right now. I'm curious about what people want to see out of the football team tomorrow in the spring game. From my understanding, it should be full contact, except for the quarterback, that is. And they should be getting after it pretty good. Will it be televised? Do you know?
Don't know that.
Yeah. Usually it is. I just don't. Usually on some
SEC Network Plus or something,
Yeah.
ESPN Plus, something like that, yeah.
But,
I should know that, but I don't. I don't pay much attention, I got to be honest.
yeah.
I should pay more attention. It's hard for me to glean anything from a spring game. I went last year. I actually went last year.
Yeah.
And I just don't think there's much to get out of it.
You got to
It's
know
like-
what to look for.
It's like, oh, okay.
You got to know what to
Was
look
that condescending?
for. No,
It
no,
felt a
no.
little
no. I'm just
Well,
saying.
you wouldn't get it. Tell me what I'm looking for.
First of all, up front in the trenches, it's kind of hard to see how well they're protecting because the quarterback won't be sacked, but you
Right.
can tell when he should be sacked. Movement up front, communication and pass protection, pre-snap reads. You're going to see guys who I think will make some plays, but I think if you have a good eye to see the talent level, you're going to see if that's going to transcend into SEC play. A good example, that would show how I would say not good or not very talented our secondary was last year. We heard the name Isaac Tesla all during spring ball, during fall camp. They said, this guy's unreal. We've never seen anything like that. But if you went at practice, you could see why he was doing so well in practice just from level of competition. So once you kind of get down there on the field and you have your eyes on it, you can really see guys just based off of people you've seen before in the past, if that skill is going to transcend when we start playing other talent in SEC play.
My buddy just sent me a note. We'll call this the text line.
Yeah.
With the way the baseball team's playing and the hiring of Calipari for the basketball team, I actually have no interest in the football team right now.
I mean, it is interesting. I kind of feel like that's a thing going on for a lot of Razorback fans.
You know what his problem is?
What's that?
He doesn't know what to look for.
They doesn't know what to look for.
That's the problem. Projected cut is +3, so Tiger needs to go 1 over or better today, says Eric. This person says it's +2 right now. And my buddy Denver just sent me this, that Jackson Robinson's projected to be a first-rounder of the NBA mock draft. Of course, Jackson Robinson, former BYU player who went to start out at Arkansas.
Christian doesn't
says,
like it.
I would be shocked if he was a first rounder. He'll probably go second round though.
He did have a great year, though, right?
He had a pretty good year. He went through like a really, really cold slump in the second half.
Christian, who's the most shocking first-round selection you can remember lately?
Well, I don't know if once you get in the late first rounds, it's not really shocking. But
Yeah.
the most shocking
Top
first
10.
overall pick was probably Anthony Bennett.
Oh, you didn't like that?
Well, he's the biggest bust of all time.
Where did he play?
No, besides bust, but you knew, well, how? Yeah, I don't know.
You got to know what to look for.
Yeah.
What did
Yeah, that's what I'm
Where did he
curious.
play? I don't remember Anthony Bennett playing.
Anthony Bennett played
Was he
at
a high school
UNLV,
guy?
and he was a good
Oh, he's UNLV. Okay.
he was a good college player. He averaged like 16 points, 7 rebounds, but he was projected to go like 8th overall. by a lot of people,
Mhm.
and he ended up going first. And of course, he flamed out of the league pretty fast.
All right, let me do one thing here. I'm going to hit a couple things, and then we'll go to break.
Yep.
We got David Longinati coming up here in a second. Rebel Yell says, I've seen you UK fans saying Cal ran off a couple of big money NIL boosters, and those guys are now coming back to donate. Well, yippee-ki-yay. Good for them. You're going to do it with a lesser coach. Feral Hog says, what's interesting to note is they wanted Coach Cal out because he wasn't winning in the NCAA tournament. They hire a guy who's 0-2 in the NCAA tournament. That's a great point. Johnny says, guys, quick thought. Does a high NIL account equal a championship? You aren't going to win one without one. I'll put it to you that way.
It's part of the equation.
I think we're in a day and age where you have to play the game of, do you want championship players see UConn, or do you want to bring in high-level talent because of money? I'm pretty sure UConn's guys are getting paid.
UConn, yeah, they had some high-level talent, I'd say.
Right now,
guys that are going to play in the NBA, and they got like 3 transfers that were playing.
There you go. Johnny says right now it seems like those two different things when you look at guys playing on teams that are getting the championship game. I think everybody's getting paid. That's the point. UConn's paying their players too. I mean, I'm sure Klingon could have played a lot of places. They got talent that's getting paid, and UConn is obviously a winning pedigree program, but there are several of those. So what sets it apart? Obviously, there's a fit factor, but there's also the money involved. And if all things being equal, maybe you go with the fit. But if somebody's paying you more money, we've heard it repeatedly, DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Guys are asking first thing what? They're asking, how much do I get to play for you?
We had soundbite of Rashawn DeBinion. Did you see his soundbite?
Uh-uh.
It was from practice Thursday. And he said, we got a lot to prove in the running back room this year. And I just want to I've noticed sometimes when stuff gets tough and get hard, some people decide to just bail and leave. He says, I'm a Razorback, and I'm always going to be a Razorback. And, in the back of my mind, I'm just like, man, how many times have I heard this?
Excuse me, Caleb Battle? Anyone? All right, let's get a couple calls in here real quick. We're due for a break. I haven't seen David yet, but he'll be here momentarily.
Oh,
Zach.
there we go.
Speak of the devil. What's up, Zach?
Hey, guys, what's going on? What's going on?
All the things. What's up with you?
Hey, I was just going to call in. I heard DJ ask the question about the relationship that Mark Pope had with the Shepherds. He was actually the roommate, Reed Shepard's dad, on the 96 championship team.
Okay.
Thank you.
I knew there was some.
Appreciate it, Zach. We actually had that cleared up earlier, but Zach missed that part apparently. That's all right. What's up, Gary?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Gary.
And welcome, DJ. Hadn't called in since you've been there, sir.
Oh,
Welcome to the
well, nice to
program.
meet you. Yeah.
Okay, Gary, is that it?
I'm excited with
Oh,
the
okay, go ahead.
Razorback course basketball. Do what?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Do what?
Go ahead.
Like everybody, I'm excited about the basketball program in Arkansas. But I'm glad you mentioned UCA because, I've been calling for a change for a couple of years, and they finally did it. So I'm excited. Have you met the new coach or talked to him yet, Justin?
Yeah, Coach Schulman was in studio a couple weeks ago. He's a high-energy guy. He's going to be one of those dudes. It's real easy for me. I'm going to ask him a question. He's going to give me a 3-minute detailed response, and he's a great personality. He's got a ton of great stories. I think you're really going to enjoy him, and I think he also can coach some ball, and I'm excited about the announcement they got today with Ty Robinson and Lane Taylor. They haven't signed on the dotted line, but they put a combined tweet out, and they're good buddies that they're going to be playing in Conway. That will definitely raise the level of excitement, I think, especially in the offensive end. But Lane will get after you on the defensive end, too. He's a tough little sucker.
Was this high school players that you were talking about?
Yes, sir. 2 of the top players in the state.
The 2 players you're talking about?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Any news on Cameron Hunter? Is he still did he pick another school, or is he maybe come back? Or
He is interviewing options. I saw that he was going to visit with Iowa, and they would be lucky to have him, I would think.
I was hoping he'd come back too, but
Me too.
okay. Well, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good weekend.
All right. Thank you, Gary. I think that ship sailed. Let's hit a break. Yeah.
I was say the coach at UCA. He's good buddies with who again? That real famous person.
Real famous person. He's friends with Ken Duke. He and Ken Duke, the golfer.
Is that what it was?
That's what we talked about. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
He's famous around here. He's Arkansas famous.
All right, bro.
He's won a couple tournaments.
Oh, someone else.
Keep thinking.
Yeah, I will.
I'm sure he's got a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Is he friends with David Longinati? That's all that matters. That's all that impresses me. It's 10:31. We're back in a second. We'll talk to Mr. Longinati about the weekend. Apple Blossom among the big stakes races. Brad Cox joining us on Oaklawn Race Day tomorrow. Excited about that. He's got some significant interest in what goes on here this weekend as well. We'll talk about all that coming up.
Registration is open for the 2024 1037 The Buzz Spring Golf Tournament, Monday, April 15th at the Burns Park Golf Course, presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka.
This is SportsCenter.
The ripple effects of Rob Lanier being fired as SMU's men's basketball coach are still being felt. Andy Enfield went from USC to SMU. Eric Musselman went from Arkansas to USC. And then John Calipari went from Kentucky to Arkansas. Now Kentucky has got their new head coach. After being spurned by UConn's Dan Hurley and Baylor's Scott Drew, they have landed on BYU's Mark Pope. Pope, a Kentucky alum, comes over after 4 seasons at Utah Valley and then 5 seasons at BYU. He has a 187 and 108 overall record. He's only made the NCAA tournament twice, but once again, he's just 51 years old. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Hello, I'm the man they call Craig O'Neill. I'm 73 years old, been in broadcasting over 54 years, and I thought I'd seen everything until I visited Genesis of Conway. This is the newest luxury automotive dealer in Central Arkansas. And when they put me in their GV70, I swear I heard angels. Maybe that's why they have wings on the Genesis logo. Go see them or check them out online. GenesisofConway.com. The future of luxury today.
Is your Oaklawn thoroughbred racing action so close you can feel it? Or is it the view from your trackside luxury suite? However you like it, racing season is off and running at Oaklawn, with live races every weekend through May 4th. It's fun by the furlong all season long. Make your reservations today at Oaklawn.com. What's your Oaklawn? Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Love off-roading? There's a 2024 Chevy Silverado Trail Boss at Gwatney Chevrolet ready for a driver. It's got improved shocks and suspension, plus wheels made for the off-road. You can make it yours for as low as $61,905. Call, click, or come visit Gwatney Chevrolet to hear about our available rebates, and we'll make you the boss of the trail. Come see us in Jacksonville or visit GwatneyChevrolet.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Forest River RV Little Rock is now open. Come celebrate during our grand opening block party, April 12th and 13th. We'll have food, games, and fun for the whole family. Plus, take advantage of huge grand opening discounts on the top Forest River floor plans. Walk the lot and tour hundreds of new RVs, along with a large selection of quality pre-owned RVs. Don't miss the grand opening block party at the all-new Forest River dealership in Little Rock. Learn more at ForestRiverLittleRock.com/grand opening. We'll see you there.
The Zone is back. You know what's better than listening to Justin Acri and DJ Williams? Watching them on our live stream on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. Now, let's get into the show.
I don't need a golden ticket. Be part of the club, cause I'm already in it. Anywhere I land, I'll stick it. Maybe it's a dream, but for me, I live it. Keep my head high, get by. You ain't gonna hold me down, so don't try. You know mine, ain't gonna fight. I'll be sneaking up on you in no time.
Who is this?
Please, 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 please.
Maggie Rose.
Oh, this is your girl. You like her.
I love her.
Yeah.
She's phenomenal. She's got a new song.
Is she big time?
She's getting there.
Okay.
She's working her way up. She's a longtime Nashville staple. She's played the Opry bunch. She started out country, became more contemporary, kind of Americana.
So Maggie Rose, Tori Kelly, who's bigger? You're gonna say who's Tori Kelly, aren't you?
Probably Tori Kelly.
Yeah, Tori Kelly's a bigger name. But,
Okay.
but Maggie's got a lot of good songs. She's got a new song called Dead Weight. It's on the new album she's got out, and it's really good. I'm going to see her at the beach in a couple weeks.
Nice.
Part of a
little
3-day.
beach setup.
It's a 3-day deal. It's actually a really cool event in Florida. So they have we're staying at this resort, and you go downstairs, and that's the venue. So it's like Tedeschi Trucks, it's Blackberry Smoke, Maggie Rose. They're playing over 3 days.
That's cool.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. David Longinati, you want to come along with?
I'd love to.
Come on.
Tedeschi Trucks and, Blackberry Smoke, I love those guys.
Tedeschi Trucks is playing the
Tedeschi
first
Trucks.
day and the last day, and Blackberry Smoke's playing the last day with them. And then she's playing in the middle day with J.J. Gray and Mofro.
Ooh,
and
I like J.J. Gray.
Yeah, and a couple other bands. So it's going to be a fun time.
First time I heard of Blackberry Smoke, they were playing at Denton's Trot Line in Saline County.
That's where I first saw them, too. Pat Bradley and I were welcomed onto their bus, got to know Charlie and the boys, good dudes, drank a little Applejack with them, and good guys, man. You know, they just lost their drummer not too long ago.
I didn't realize that.
But, yeah, they were just at the hall a few weeks ago. So, man, they're great. But we're here to talk racing, David. Thanks for having us. Appreciate you. It's great to be at Oaklawn.
Great to be here.
What a great day.
Here.
DJ was talking about the weather. I mean, what a spectacular weekend.
Absolutely gorgeous weather this weekend,
all
weekend.
What's the infield like? They have tents set up and all that now, or is there anything beyond the Derby?
It's not like Derby Day, but there are tents out there for the public to use. There's obviously, from food trucks, concession stands. It's not going to be quite like Derby Day, but it's going to be a nice day out there.
12:35 start today if you don't want to wait until the weekend. And then tomorrow we are getting an early start at 12, correct?
12:10.
Okay.
12:10 first post tomorrow. 12 races on the card tomorrow, including the Count Fleet Sprint Handicap and the Grade 1 Apple Blossom. Last post tomorrow night. It's going to be a long day, particularly if you're going to watch our last race, cash at 6:23, and then come in here and watch the UFC.
Forgot about that. Don't forget, tomorrow, if you are a UFC fan, it's UFC 300. Here in the main line where we're set up today, they're doing a watch party in here, and I think it's $20.
I think it's $20 cover ahead, or $20 ahead.
And then $25 if you want to get in the buffet, and then they have some VIP tables, but not much left. In that.
Only $25 for the buffet?
I think so.
That's awesome.
Be fun.
I'd be down for that.
I think UFC is one of those things like an eclipse. You want to be surrounded by a bunch of people. It just creates so much energy. It's more fun to watch it. Yeah, doing a UFC. Like, I've done boxing matches at home with just me and a couple of people, and it's fine, but it's way more fun if you got a big group together.
It's kind of like the opposite of Super Bowl to me.
Concur. I've come around to that. And my advancing years, David, I am.
I don't want anyone around me when I'm watching the Super Bowl, particularly if a team I really like is in it.
I watched the first half at his house with a small group. It was great. But then I went home, and, man, we watched the second half, and it was great. I can hear every commercial.
Wait, it was better when you left my house?
No offense. I mean, just for the game watching. I enjoyed being around everybody.
I know what did it for Justin, and I wasn't expecting this. We're sitting there having a good time watching the game. Then my neighbors come over. Love my neighbors, and I don't know. And then about 4 kids came in there with them, and they were losing it. I could see it in your face. You're like, what are we doing?
It didn't bother me.
I get it.
I mean, when you're in a group, though, it's about the interaction, and it's about the social aspect of it, and that's fine. For me, I'm with you. The Super Bowl, to me, like, I want to watch it, and it's incumbent upon us to watch the commercials and come back and talk about it the next day. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's just like the reason I don't go to the infield. I didn't go to the infield the other day. Well, partially because my kid was with me, and I didn't want to hang out in the Tito's tent with him.
About 95% reason why.
But, like, you can't – it's hard to watch the races. That is a social experience. You can wager on them. It's a lot of fun. But if you're a diehard, like, you want to see how the races play out, it's hard to see it from in the tent. It's about having a great time.
Well, you mentioned the ads in Super Bowl. I worked for an advertising agency for 10 years.
Right.
And went to one Super Bowl party during the 10 years. It's like everyone talks nonstop during the game, and then commercials come on. Shh.
Yeah.
That is
okay, we're not doing this.
Madmen. That's you guys. All right, well, let's talk about the lineup. Can you give us some thoughts on the way the racing came together for tomorrow?
Well, it's a great card top to bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, lots of good races on the card other than the 2 stakes races. The Count Fleet Sprint Handicap, I'm surprised we got 8 horses in there because Skelly I think this is going to be his a coming out party again. He won earlier in the year here, won an allowance, won another race we had early in the racing season.
If you already came out, can you come out again?
Yeah, he went to Australia, ran a really good second in a huge, multi-million-dollar sprint race there. Comes back, runs to the Count Fleet. I think he's even money in the morning line, and I think if you get that, you'll be very lucky.
You got 4 pretty short price horses in here. I mean, Rivet's 4-1 or a little better.
Well, you got 3 Asmusens in there. Jackson Traveler, who won a stakes race in his last start.
Yeah.
Rivet, who won a stakes race here last year, the Bachelor Stakes, and then of course Skelly. Then you've got Tejano Twist, a crowd favorite from Chris Hartman. So there are some upset possibilities in there. John Ortiz has Happy is a Choice, who kind of has a bit of a shot as well, but. If Skelly gets out of the gate like he typically does, the race is going to be over. I mean, he is such a good gate horse, and when he's in front, he is very, very hard to catch.
Better value in the Apple Blossom as you look at the card here, and I think you got a lot of potentials in here. And I love taxed at 5-1, David, from a value standpoint. But wet paint, obviously, that'll get a lot of attention with Brad Cox bringing wet paint in here, and Pratt aboard is going to certainly impact some folks as well. Who else you like in here?
Well, Adair Manor from Bob Baffert. It's the first time she has ever run outside the state of California, other than when she was a 3-year-old and she ran in the Black Eyed Susan.
Does she know she can't get Kentucky Derby points if she runs?
Yeah, I think that's very aware.
Okay.
She's going to be the favorite. 9-5. I think might float up and possibly 2-1 because I think there's going to be a lot of action on Wet Paint.
Yeah.
Wet Paint's 3 for 3 here. She was the second filly ever to sweep our 3 major prep races for 3-year-old fillies. So this is her first start as a 4-year-old. She's coming off a subpar performance in the Breeders' Cup Distaff, won by her stablemate. So Wet Paint is going to get a lot of action in here. I think Taxed is, if we get anything close to 5-1 on Tax, I think both JT and I will be firing on Tax.
Yeah, that's why I was when I saw that.
We had Randy Morse on last week. We talked about her gallop out coming off of a sprint race. I just think that set her up very nicely for this.
And then we've got a few weeks left till the Kentucky Derby. At this point, you don't have to commit in 3 weeks, but just give me
I saw that look you gave.
With just a few weeks left, who would you, if you had to choose today, who would you ride with?
It's a hard choice for me. It really is right now because I think the 2 best horses in America are obviously Fierceness and Sierra Leone. I think those 2 are head and shoulders above the rest if they get their trips.
Mm-hmm.
But they both are kind of reliant upon getting trips. Fierceness has to break well, has to be out front. Sierra Leone has to have a good pace in front of him and close well through a huge crowd of horses. So, if you're going to look elsewhere, I think Stronghold, the Santa Anita Derby winner, it might be flying a little bit under the radar. And at this point, that's kind of where I'm looking. Obviously, from a local standpoint, you have to give Just Steel a chance. I think you need to go back and owe it to yourselves to go back and watch the Kentucky Derby. I was talking to Dwayne Lucas, the coach, last week, and he says the horse, he kind of stumbled a little bit changing leads. I need to go back and watch that and take a look at that again. But you're going to get a huge price on Just Steel, and I think you're going to get a huge price on Mystic Dan.
Yeah.
Right now, Mystic Dan is number 18, so he's getting in. And he didn't have the best of trips in the Arkansas Derby either.
Yeah.
So, we'll take a look at the last preps. You can go to Oaklawn anywhere. You can go to all the race replays. You can watch them over and over again. Sometimes that confuses me more than it helps me.
Yeah. But that was actually my next thing. I was going to ask about, if you're not an Oaklawn Anywhere account holder right now, there's more than one reason to get in there. It's not just so you can wager on the races, which it is super user-friendly, and it's a great way to do it. And there's still the sign-up bonus if you haven't signed up yet. But there's a lot of good analysis, and you can watch the races on there.
Yeah, you can watch races. You can watch replays. There's tons of handicapping information available there as well. It's a great tool, not only for the races today, but for the races that you're looking at 2 or 3 weeks down the road. If you want to delve into, huge video study of all the prep races, you can do it right there.
I do. I love it. But mostly I just listen to you and JT. Oaklawn race day tomorrow at 11. If you want to tune in, we will be carrying that. And Brad Cox will be our guest. Look forward to talking to him about his horses this weekend. And we'll see how he's feeling about it. It's always good to listen to the guys that know. Get a little insight.
Yeah, and Brad knows a lot.
He does, especially about his.
The problem is, sometimes they don't tell you all they know.
That is true. You never hear a lot of guys poor mouth their horses either. It's funny because it's like, it's either they've trained up really well or it's like, we feel okay about this or whatever. I mean, you would normally get like, I don't know, I think we got no shot in here. You don't get that a lot.
You never get the, I'm just airing because my owners want us to have a party.
Yeah.
You never get that from a trainer.
No.
Nor should you ever.
It's like the anti-Lou Holtz, right? I mean, like Lou Holtz would be like, we got no shot and that kind of thing. The poor mouthing coach. You got to love those guys. Hey! Oh, my God, you snuck up on me. You wearing wrestling shoes? Those are awesome, by the way. Snakeskin? Never seen a purple snake. Nancy Holtis is here. We got to hit a break. David, thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
seeing you. Appreciate
We'll talk
you.
tomorrow.
All right, very good. Look forward to it. We are back in a second. Nancy Holtis joining us on the other side. She's a sneaky one.
Crawfish season is finally back at Eat My Catfish. We've got fresh, live crawfish, and all you have to do is just add the fixins. Be sure to come see us or order online at eatmycatfish.com. Eat local, eat fresh, Eat My Catfish.
Howie, I know Robert Irwin Jewelers sells a lot of engagement rings, but what if you've been married for a while and now you can afford something bigger and brighter?
We upgrade it for you. And if you bought your diamond at Robert Irwin Jewelers, you get exactly what you paid for it towards the purchase of a new diamond.
Yeah, but I'm attached to my original diamond.
Well, at Robert Irwin Jewelers, it's simple. I'm going to take your original engagement diamond, and for free, I'm going to put it in a pendant that you're going to get to wear around your neck forever.
Awesome. That was what was holding me back from upgrading.
No reason to hold back now. Come to Robert Irwin Jewelers.
Now open in the Pleasant Ridge Town Center in Little Rock.
Hey, Razorback fans, it's Quinn Grovey. Check out the new location of Bell & Sword in Conway. Suits, shirts, vests, also polos with Arkansas logo gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. A store within a store with Arkansas-made Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. Fantastic service with a tailor on staff to fit you perfectly. Go to the new location, Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street, Conway, or on Facebook and Instagram.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TOUCHDOWN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TOUCHDOWN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TOUCHDOWN.
Make this summer one to remember by stopping by Arch Marine in North Little Rock. Arch is all about creating fun on our lakes and rivers. You have to come by and see the new 2024 G3 Tri-Tunes, the hottest and coolest ride out there. We're easy to find. Take the Levy exit.
This is Pat Bradley for River City Flooring. And when looking for a local flooring and carpet store, check out my friends River City Flooring in Maumelle and visit their showroom to see their wide selection of the highest quality carpet, wood, laminate, and vinyl flooring at the best prices. Over 5,000 square feet of waterproof flooring starting at $1.99. Free installation on all in-stock carpet. They do custom tile showers, backsplashes, granite countertops, and more. Visit River City Flooring on Maumelle Boulevard just off 430 and at rivercityflooringinc.com.
You're back in the zone. You want to get into the show but too busy to call? Message us on our live fan feedback or text us on our text line at 501-661-1037. Handicapping with Oaklawn's Nancy Hultist is brought to you by the Gangster Museum of America and the Hattery of Hot Springs, where you won't be gambling on a good time, but betting on a sure thing. Visit TGMOA.com. TGMOA.com.
Back here at Oaklawn, and Nancy Holtis is with us.
Yeah, you heard that?
I did.
Oh, then it. I feel like I'm starting to know more people. I got friends coming in town from Northwest Arkansas, and they asked me, DJ, we know you're at Oaklawn a lot. What horses should we bet on? I said, I know somebody, So they'll be tuning in because I told them we're going to be talking about them. What do you mean, who do I know? So they're looking for you to make them a little money.
Nancy Holtis is wearing the Lenny Kravitz starter kit for his workouts.
Did you see the video of him in, I guess,
purple-
CrossFit? And he
Yes.
was wearing a mesh top, mesh sleeveless top, and leather pantalones. And
boots,
And-
combat boots.
Yeah.
And still working out?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about this
He
yesterday
had
on the
the
show.
CrossFit
Oh, I
bar,
missed it.
though.
You weren't with us yesterday. That's right.
Yeah.
He was in a decline with a barbell, and he was sitting. He was doing like an ab workout, but he was like doing with a
Was
barbell.
it impressive?
It was kind of weird because he was wearing a mesh T-shirt. It looked like something he'd wear to the club.
He was very Lenny-esque.
You think he works out like that all the time?
I don't know why he would do it if he didn't. I just think he's got a closet full of that.
That is one
Then we got
sexy
into this.
man right there.
He is amazing, and I'm straight as an arrow, but he's a hot dude. I will say this. Then we got into this whole discussion about people who wear strange things to the gym. DJ, you ever see people that like when a guy like there's this older gentleman that wears jeans every time to the gym and like hush puppies, and I'm like, let's get you some sweatpants,
Is he
fella.
coming from work?
No, he looks like a guy that's retired. I just want to grab him and go, let me take you over to like a sporting goods store and let me get you some sweatpants. And then there's also a lady who it's clearly a religious thing, but she works out in a full body dress.
That's definitely a religious thing.
for sure.
But I'm like,
you don't like that?
It's not that I don't like it. It just seems uncomfortable.
I bet she doesn't like it.
And Chris King's like,
I bet she doesn't like her working
he's
out
like,
either.
I'm sure it breathes. And I'm thinking maybe we could get you in like if you're just trying to be covered, surely we can get you something else.
I mean, you see a lot of Olympians with full covered and stuff. So definitely a religious thing.
If they're Muslim or something.
Yeah, if they have to cover their head or
what
something.
I cannot work out without wearing compression shorts. I have
Same.
to. I cannot. I don't know how people wear just underwear. Just it's not good.
Yeah,
not good.
I freeball most of my workouts, but
No,
I
you
will.
don't.
No,
You
I wear
don't.
compression shorts every time. It's crazy. You're right. I'm the same way, especially when I run. If I'm going running, forget it.
I just that's
my guy.
I'm looking at Lenny Kravitz right now. So yeah, he's working. There's no way he works out in that. First of all, he's got to put some weight on the bar. What's he doing?
So
Dude, he's doing a decline
Chris
sit-up
O
with
told
that.
me
Don't
that's
let
one of
that fool you.
those CrossFit bars. So it's like maybe 15 pounds.
That
on the
looks
bar.
like the women's CrossFit bar.
The women's CrossFit.
Well, they have different.
now
They
he's
do
really-
it because they have standards for women and men, so they
Okay.
can compete together and it somewhat be equal. So
I got you.
Yeah, that you can tell by the size of the. I guess the
You
thing
can
holding
always
the
tell
plate.
by the
The girth of the pole.
Yeah, and that's a 10-pound plate. Don't let it fool you. You could do that.
How
You
how
might as well just use a medicine ball and do it.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
he's doing too much.
yeah, I've
How
seen those.
girthy is that pole? He's wearing leather pants. That's the least of his problems.
I guess.
Nancy, you wear those
Would
pants
that
when you're
not cause chafing?
chafing?
Yeah, that's the real deal.
A lot of
man.
powder.
Little powder?
Dump that powder,
Yeah.
baby.
A lot
the
of powder.
best friends episode ever when Ross couldn't get the pants back up.
Have you ever
Oh,
worked?
look.
There it is
Is
right
that-
there. They're
is
just
it
doing it
look-
right now.
That's
Nancy's-
weird. How'd you?
He's
just,
watching a Lenny Kravitz clip right now. Did you you ever work out in those pants?
I don't work out.
Okay, well, there you
So,
go.
There's your
You
answer.
don't work out.
Absolutely not.
You eat clean?
I am I just don't eat.
Get good jeans. That's what it
No.
is. No.
Got good leather
I've
pants.
I've
Yeah.
lost about 15 pounds.
Oh, nice.
What's your secret?
Tell you off air.
Okay, can't wait. Let's
I'm
talk.
not flipping.
How Johnny Manziel lose it all.
Oh well, that's a different diet. All right.
Drug free, by the way. So.
Nancy,
good.
Before we talk about the racing today, because I do have some friends coming down and they want to get your picks. So does DJ apparently, but
yeah.
I want to ask about the 300 this weekend, the UFC 300.
Yes.
And again, here in the main line, this is the place. They're hosting a party in here. It's cheap. It's $20.
It costs
$25.
$80 if you want to buy it at home.
Yeah.
Why would you not come here,
Bring
be
4
with
people.
other MMA enthusiasts? And, I watched the press conference last night. Now the bonuses are going to be $300,000, Dana White announced.
For the winners?
For all bonuses.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they have like best fight of the night and all that
They
stuff
get
still?
best submission, knockout, fight of the night, that type thing.
Do you think
So,
you'd be a submission guy or a knockout guy?
I see DJ being a knockout.
I'm
guy.
a chokeout dude.
I would
I'd
like
choke
to
a dude
be a
out.
knockout
Rear
guy.
naked choke, just sink it in.
Yeah,
Just,
but
Yeah.
I feel like if I get my paws on somebody, wouldn't let them
It's
go.
over.
I would like to think so.
Yeah.
You seem like if you got your paws on somebody.
I got pretty strong hands.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty relentless.
Yeah.
But it'd be like, did you ever see the movie Unbreakable?
with
Bruce Willis?
Yeah.
Yeah, where he goes into like superhero mode at the end.
Yeah.
And he actually jumps on the guy's back and like chokes
He
him
wouldn't
out.
let him go.
That was me.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
I'm
you.
like, yeah, because I'm half the size of the other dude.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
like,
you
I
look
can
like
do
a
that.
spider monkey.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So we got a couple former champs in there. So I mentioned Holly Holm, and people were like, she's still fighting? And I'm like, yeah, apparently so.
There's either 12 or 13 champs
Yeah.
on that card. I mean, it is stacked from top to, even the prelims
Yeah.
are pay-per-view worthy in my opinion.
Okay.
I'm actually going to put together at least a 5-fight parlay. I love those.
Okay, well, what's your best bet then? What's your best UFC bet?
Ooh, I'm going to say Gaethje.
Oh, it's
And
actually-
I know a lot of people are like, I don't know about Max Holloway, but Gaethje, every fight he goes in prepared to not make it out alive. I mean, it's for the BMF belt, and they're going to throw
What's
down.
the BMF belt?
Bad mother.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Okay.
You're into this, huh?
Oh,
I'm
she
very
is.
into
Oh, yeah?
Well, I actually worked in MMA for a little while when I was out in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Interviewed a lot of fighters, a lot of trainers, a lot of coaches, and I grew up appreciating boxing.
Oh, okay.
And, back in the day when De La Hoya and Cesar Chavez and, all those guys were coming up, Mickey Ward, Gotti,
Mhm.
all those guys, that trilogy will forever go down in history in my mind.
No doubt.
Nancy, you got some hands on you?
You know what's so funny? I've never physically been in a fight. My mouth is
Okay.
pretty gnarly.
You let them know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? And it's, since I've gotten older, I'll buck up on somebody.
Ooh, she's ready to throw some hands.
You're sassy enough.
buck up.
You're sassy enough. I think people would think you could handle yourself in a fight.
I
so you don't
think I
have to.
could.
Yeah.
I think I could.
I wouldn't fight you. Let's talk about horse racing real quick. We got to do. We got just a couple minutes left. Let's get to
Let's do it. Let's
our
do it.
picks today. You want to do long shot first?
Yeah, let's do long shot first.
Okay.
I'm actually going to look in race 5. And obviously, Southern Sunset is certainly the one to beat on paper. But both of the wins for Southern Sunset have come over a sloppy track. So that's a bit of a concern for me. Does race today a very high percentage claim barn, but get some mo. You're getting 9-2 on the morning line. Southern Sunset, because those 2 wins have been over off, I think makes this horse a little bit vulnerable, and you're not going to get a good morning line. But Dance Some Mo, the number 8 of 8 in this mile and a 16th, gets a fast track today and has natural speed. So I'm thinking Walter De La Cruz might go out there and walk the dog the whole mile and a 16th.
All right. Most likely winner today?
Definitely race number 6, the number 3. You got to take a look at this horse. I'm definitely going to get some action down
Race
on this one.
6, number 3
The
is
Reds.
The Reds.
Major class relief after facing much tougher second level allowance. Option 50 last out. That was also at Fairgrounds over the slop at a mile and a 16th. Horse broke out of the gate and almost collided with the gate. Not only the horse, but also the rider. I like the cutback in distance to the mile. It's never won at the distance. I think today could be the day with that short stretch here at Oaklawn. Also races 3rd off the claim, where the barn is 24%.
Do you know what class relief means?
I do not.
That's like if a guy had to fight you, and then the next fight he gets to fight me. Nancy, is that fair?
And then after you, he fights me.
There you go. I don't know. I think we need to flip us. Actually, we're going to do it the right way. Anyway, let's get some coffee. Appreciate you, Nancy.
Thank you, guys. Come out to see me tomorrow night for UFC pay-per-view.
You're going to be here.
Yes,
Okay.
and Dawn at Oaklawn tomorrow morning with Steve and Keith Asmussen.
I love it.
Yes.
Great stuff. Thanks, Nancy.
Peace.
Are you ready for a better forklift experience? River Valley Tractor and Castle Forklift have teamed up to manage your material handling needs. From diesel, lithium, propane, and so much more, Castle's product line is versatile, ready for the next generation of consumers to make every job easier. Step into the future of forklift innovation. Choose Castle. Visit River Valley Tractor, your authorized Castle forklift dealers in Central Arkansas.
That's it. I'm calling Mosquito Joe. I am done being chased in by mosquitoes.
Let's just have our lawn company take care of our mosquito problem. You know, they take care of our lawn. We got our termite contract with them. Hey, the guy even gave me a haircut last time he was here.
Seriously? I don't want a jack of all trades. I want a mosquito control expert. Mosquito Joe knows mosquitoes. Their first service is only $39, and there's no contracts.
Okay, I guess you're right. What's their number?
501-508-2528.
What was that again?
501-508-2528.
MosquitoJoe.com.
High school and college baseball are back. Join me, Kevin Bohannon, every Tuesday at 4:30 for Around the Horn on Drive Time Sports. Sponsored by Wood Family Dealerships in Batesville.
We're live when you need us.
I think we better split up. Good idea. Yeah, we can do more damage that way.
1037 The Buzz, KABZ, Little Rock.
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
Buzz News with Channel 7's Ryan Houston.
Lawmakers turned their focus to crypto mining bills on day 2 of the fiscal 2024 year. They have concerns involving crypto mines due to the range of noises and massive power usage. There's also concerns about some companies being tied to the Chinese government. A total of 8 crypto mining bills were submitted to the Senate Thursday. All but one made it through a 2/3 vote. The Speaker expects the resolutions for crypto mining and state employee raises, among others, will go to the House Rules Committee as soon as next week. The Arkansas Game and Fish Commission will be hosting cleanup events at Lake Conway starting next week. You are invited to help clean around the shoreline of the 6,700-acre lake in Faulkner County, April 18th through the 21st from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Dumpsters will be placed at 6 locations, including Pierce Creek access. For more news and weather, download the free KTV News and Weather apps from the Channel 7 Newsroom. I'm Ryan Houston.
For interior, exterior, commercial, and residential painting, hire the pros at CertaPro Painters. Get your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
Sunny and warmer today with a high around 76 degrees. Still rather breezy though, and tonight slowing on the chill just down to about 58. 80s expected Saturday and Sunday. Still a little breezy this weekend. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special, dinner for two for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar. Only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights.
Only Saracen Casino gives away a brand new car every month. And not just any cars, but the hottest cars on the road. Like for April, a Porsche 718 Boxster from Gossett Porsche in Memphis. You need to be driving a super cool Porsche Roadster, and you can. It's easy. Just play your favorite casino games and rack up entries, but only at Saracen Casino Resort.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Roger Scott for Gravely Moore is working hard once again, making sure my lawn is lush, weed-free, and beautiful. And by working hard, I mean, of course, I'm watching Bradley Owens mow it for me. Bradley, tell the good folks hello. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Stop right there, Bradley. I don't want you to stop what you're doing. What he didn't tell you is that you can take your very own Gravely Moore home today at 0% interest over 48 months. That's right, 0% interest on both residential and commercial mowers. Now, Bradley, tell them where they can go to get their very own Gravely Moore. Well, you go. That's enough, my friend. I'll finish it for you at Triple C Sales and Service in Conway or Lawn and Power in Star City.
This is the Pigskin Preacher bringing you the word. The world lost a rising star in track at the death of 24-year-old Kenyan Kelvin Kiptum, who tragically died in an auto accident. Kiptum shattered the world record in the marathon last year, running a time of 2 hours and 35 seconds in only his third marathon, a 4-minute, 34-second pace. He almost assuredly would have broken the once unfathomable 2-hour barrier. Kenyan President William Ruto said, Kiptum was our future, an extraordinary sportsman who left an extraordinary mark on the globe. This young man certainly did make his mark. As we endeavor to leave our mark, take advantage of the convenience, quality, and value of Doublebee's. Doublebee's has the things you need to get through your week. Doublebee's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebee's.
Craig O'Neill here, known for TV and radio in Arkansas, but if I was a superstar college athlete, I'd make sure my name, image, and likeness were associated with a winning team, like Genesis of Conway, the newest luxury automotive dealer in Central Arkansas. Their trophy case is out there on their lot with award-winning sedans and SUVs and electrics if you want them, and a service team that'll make you feel like a champion. I know if I was doing ads, that's who I'd do them for. Go see them or go to genesisofconway.com. The future of luxury today.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, 2-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
See Shelter Agent Drew Self in Hot Springs, Todd Matthews in Benton, or Alex Blake in Little Rock today.
Want to thank the folks at Oaklawn for hosting Roger and Baz today. Want to thank Chris Ho, Nancy Holtis, Wayne Smith, Heather Baker, Bo Mattingly, and Danny West for all coming on the show. On Monday's edition of Morning Mayhem, the guys will be breaking down all of the action from this weekend in Arkansas baseball and softball. Well, on the Masters live for the golf tournament on Monday. It's coming up 6:10 right here on 103.7 above.
Riceland Foods in Stuttgart is hiring a shift supervisor, a plant engineer, plant electrician, I&E technician, and packaging tech. Riceland Foods company benefits include medical insurance with low premiums, free dental with medical enrollment, vision insurance with low premiums, free basic life insurance up to 3 times basic annual earning, voluntary term life, long-term disability, short-term disability, accident insurance, critical illness insurance, 401k with company match 4% of employees' 5%, paid paid training programs, PTO, and paid holidays. Riceland Foods is hiring shift supervisor, a plant engineer, plant electrician, I&E technician, and packaging tech. Get all the information on these jobs and more at Riceland.com. Home to over 1,500 employees, Riceland has a position to match your unique skill set. With so many departments and positions available, the possibilities are endless. For more information on these jobs and more, go to Riceland.com. Riceland, a farmer-owned cooperative helping farmers feed the world.
Let's go. You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acree and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
All right, let's get going. Live at Oaklawn today, having a good time. I hope you are too. We are having fun. And DJ Williams running around. Well, he'll be back momentarily. The doors are open here at Oaklawn. I see people filing. We're set up at the main line where tomorrow we'll be watching the UFC. But we've got the Masters on the TVs here. We got some baseball on. Razorbacks are baseballing today. If you're interested, you can catch that on the Buzz. In fact, that'll be the most important thing, I'm sure, for most of us in the Red White Report. So let's do that. Dang delay got us again. 6 o'clock tonight against number 25, Alabama, on the SEC Network plus the next 3 days. So no regular TV for those of you. So SEC Networks Plus, easy to get, though, for those who don't have it or don't know how to find it. No big deal. 6 today, 5 tomorrow, and 1 o'clock on Sunday on the road against the Bammers. It's a team that is maybe a little better than expected, 22-11. Of course, they had to let their coach go for gambling missteps last year. 4-8 in the SEC. Arkansas, of course, rolling over them. And everybody so far, 3 sweeps and a 2 out of 3 on the road at Auburn earlier this year. Arkansas 29-3 overall, 11-1 in conference play. They will send our man Hagen Smith to the mound tonight. 6-0 on the season. Arkansas, Christian, still at this point in the year, their top 3 starters still do not have a loss. Knock on wood. They don't have a loss on their record yet, so pretty amazing.
That's pretty good.
It really is impressive. He's got a 1.76 ERA going up against a guy named Ben Hess. No relation, I assume, to my man Chris Hess, who is I'd say he's like Little Rock's Lenny Kravitz. He's just kind of a cool dude. He's got the vibe. You know what I mean? 3-2, 6.03 ERA. Hess probably has a better ERA than Ben Hess does, too. Saturday, it's Molina going up against a guy named Greg Ferrone. Greg Ferrone, both lefties. Ferrone's had a good year, 3-1 with a 3.28 ERA. And then Tigers announced as the Sunday starter for Arkansas, and his ERA is still under 3, and it's TBA for Alabama. So see what happens with them. Hagen Smith now 4th all-time in career strikeouts. He is 1 away from tying David Walling, who pitched from 98 to 99 with 283. And he is 63 strikeouts away from Nick Schmidt's all-time record at Arkansas, and 301 in second place. So I think it's safe to say as long as he stays healthy, he will be no worse than second all-time at Arkansas in strikeouts. I'm trying to think. Softball is playing this weekend as well. And what else we got going this week? Oh, spring football. Get the spring game tomorrow. DJ's going to be up there. We'll get a full report next week. We're sending DJ instead of me because, as he pointed out earlier, he, quote, knows what to look for. And so we'll be looking forward to getting his report from the Hill coming up. Arkansas next week is going to be facing Texas Tech at home in baseball. Maybe as good a non-conference test, I would say, probably, as they've had on their home field this year. Texas Tech on Tuesday and Wednesday, and, of course, a couple of former Red Raiders now on the Razorback roster. Well, it's been a wild week. Kentucky now has their new man. It's Mark Pope from BYU, and, of course, their former coach is now heading the Hogs, and that is going to be our number one talking point with Mr. Murphy, Tom Murphy, from the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, joining us on the Brandon Moving and Storage Hotline. Tom, happy Friday to you, my friend. What a beautiful day and a really fun weekend on tap.
It's a great day. It's already been very productive for me. Being on this show is going to make it all the better. I couldn't be in better spirits than I am right now.
I love that. That is high praise. I'm excited about that for you. So let's talk about basketball in the week that was. We haven't had a chance to have you on since the Cal thing went down. It's hard to believe, like last Friday, that was not even a thought for any of us that John Calipari may be the next head coach at Arkansas. And now here we are, as excited as we can be for next season.
Well, yeah, if you're, everyday Hog fan, you got to be pretty enthusiastic about this. He touched on so many of the right chords. He knows how to work a crowd. Like when you reach out and you talk to Joe Klein and you talk to Corey Beck, and various other people, and John Tyson sitting there beaming. It was a banner day for Arkansas athletics when John Calipari was announced on the heels of a fretful end of last week. I mean, was it not? And people were going berserk. And then we saw Kentucky fans go through the same gyration after the Cal hiring. And so, it's supposed to be a great day tomorrow for the red-white game. There's going to be a service. The A-Day folks are coming in. A lot of people in town to think about Dean Weber, memorialize him. And Cal's in place, and the roster's starting to build. Dave Van Horn and the number one baseball team in the country are in Alabama. Softball team's in action. So there's so much going on. And if you're a Razorback fan, things are looking a lot better in your world right now.
I think that's safe to say without a doubt. So obviously the job one now is building a team. He's zero right now, and so that'll be, I guess the dead period just ended, so he can chase the guys down now. I guess the biggest thing is going to be how many of the Kentucky guys come over. Tom, is that what you're thinking now at this point? Is see how many of the guys he had signed over there that will be now coming over to Arkansas?
Exactly, and there's fans who are very eager that Quaintance and Knox, two of the bigger names, and then I think Big Z. Some people are thinking Big Z might come over. So I think there's going to be some guys who follow Cal. I think there's people like Devo who new coach. I'm in the portal, but I could wind up back at Arkansas again. I think he met with, Davis and Bayfall, Blake Lawson were all around, or Lawson Blake, excuse me, were all around over the weekend or middle of the week for Coach Cal to talk to. Who knows what happens with those guys? I mean, what will Tremont Mark and Khalif Battle do? Any chance there? I do not know the answer to that. But between all that and guys who are otherwise in the portal, put it this way, Hunter Yurchek and Cal both seem very convinced that there would be a competitive roster on the floor next year, and there's no reason to doubt them.
Tom, this is going to be a dumb question, but I'm asking it anyway. You get to there's one of the big concerns with NIL was, are the other guys going to be jealous of the guys that make the most money? You think there's going to be any jealousy of the long-standing coach of like Dave Van Horn looking over and it's like, let's see, Cal doesn't have a roster. I've got the number one team in America, and you're paying this dude how much now? You think there's any of that, or is that just silly since it's different sports and everybody sort of has an understanding of what coaches get in the individual sports?
That is an interesting question. I had not pondered that in my own mind, but I think Dave Van Horn, in his mind, understands the dynamics of college athletics in terms of total revenues for baseball, so on and so forth. He knows Cal has won a national championship and gone to a bunch of Final Fours and has a big-time resume. So I don't think there's space in I don't think there's an area in his brain space to concern himself with what his salary is versus Cal's. And I think you're better comparing that to what his salary is with the rest of college baseball coaches. And man, if this team were to fulfill its full potential, win his first College World Series, I think his compensation would probably rival anybody. I mean, I don't know what Jay Johnson got at LSU for winning last year or so on, but it would rival anybody. And Dave Van Horn is very, very comfortable in his own skin. I can grant you that.
Speaking of contracts, anything that stood out to you about the contract with Cal? The only thing that I mentioned was I was kind of tongue-in-cheek saying, wow, the best deal of that contract is the membership of the Blessings. But honestly, like I thought it was $500,000, Tom, for the national championship. And I'm like, if you get Arkansas its second only national championship, It should be more than $500,000. Like, I don't know what that's worth in notoriety and marketing, but it's worth more than that if you're the head coach, I think. That was my only complaint. Very minor, admittedly, and there's lots of escalators I know in there for him, but anyway.
Right, and I see where you're going with that, but I will say this. I think there's a little bit of confusion or misconception in some quarters about how that language reads. If he were to win the national championship, it's a $500,000 raise. So let's say they win it next year. Well, that's a permanent part of his salary for the remainder of the contract. And then obviously, you know what happens if he wins the national championship in 2 years, he might renegotiate another deal. That's just the way it happens. I mean, how many times did Nick Saban and Kirby Smart renegotiate?
Yeah.
So I think he's very comfortable with what he's making. The NIL is going to be and I don't mean to go off on another tangent here.
Right.
We can talk about NIL in a second. But, any of those achievements he reaches, Sweet 16, Final Four, National Championship, it goes onto his salary.
Right.
So,
okay. It's not a one-time deal.
He can build his salary up to $1.25 million in the course of the term of the deal.
If you had to predict the future, and I'm asking you to do that now, do you think this is the last job for John Calipari? In major college basketball as a head coach.
I think that would be accurate. And then you would have the consultant, advisor type guys, and it could be college, it could be NBA. I mean, this guy, he's got open doors all around the country, basically. So outside of being a senior advisor somewhere, I do think, the last time that he has to accrue the talent and put everything together. If you're an Arkansas fan, I think you really appreciated hearing that he wants to be considered as a grinder, as a guy whose team practice hard, as a guy who brings people together, and wants to be known as Johnny. So to me, that was a way he put a touchstone to the state, understanding what the work ethic is in a state like Arkansas.
Let's dream big for one moment, if we will, and then we can move on to some other things if you guys want. We can talk NIL, and I know DJ wants to talk about football because he knows what to look for. Inside joke, Tom. We'll explain in a second.
Okay.
Sorry. Let's just dream big for a second here. 5 years, he wins 2 national championships, or wins a championship and goes back to another Final Four. Then they somehow retain him and go, can you think of a better ambassador to go out and sell your university and your state? And you're right, he's going to have a million options, but I'd like to say, hey, look, if he goes there 5 years and just does gangbusters 5 or 6 years, I mean, it'd be great to keep him on. That guy's going to be able to talk until he's in the grave. He'd be a great ambassador for the school if you can keep him on staff afterwards.
You are wearing rosy specs, man. But you know what? I think you're right. I don't know, where he would want to retire, where he and his wife would want to live. I mean, he grew up in, he got New Jersey background, Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Pennsylvania
background.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe there are. His dad worked in the mill, he said. So I don't know. Maybe there are mills in Jersey too. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think Western Pennsylvania is the way he did that. So who knows where he ultimately wants to, retire and all that. But you're right. If he were to win a national championship, go to another Final Four, just in the span of 6 years here, he would be revered, and he'd jump right up there into the Nolan Richardson status, and Arkansas would probably be happy to have him representing for, the rest of his days.
I think so too. All right, DJ, sorry. Go ahead.
Spring game. I'm just curious. I haven't seen any practice in person. What do you think is going to be something? I know spring game is super early, and a lot of people don't want to put a lot of weight on it, but I do believe there are some things that will be telling. What do you think those few things are?
Well, DJ, the older I get, the more I just come through, and this would be if I covered any team in the country, come through healthy. I just don't want to see a front guy have an knee or something and then not be available for next year. And Arkansas, pretty thin, can't afford to have a mainline guy, So the first thing I'm going to say is I hope they get through the first half with their starters and a lot of their second-team guys going against each other healthy. I want to see Taylor Green's pass percentage nice. The last couple of weeks, what we've seen in team, he probably is in the 53, 54% range, and I know they track all that. I just don't know what the number is. which is reflective of his career at Boise. I want to see that bump up. Bobby Petrino's got to find a way to be competitive in the SEC. You got to be in the 60s. And KJ was in the 60s all 3 of his seasons as a starter, and mid to high 60s. And so was Felipe Franks before that. So they got to get that moved up. I like where their running game was and what we've seen in the limited live tackling we've seen. I think they're going to be okay in the running game. Love Jaquindon Jackson, great addition. And then here's one for you. I'm not sure who all will be available and healthy at receiver, because we know that Armstrong and Jaden Wilson have had hamstrings. Who knows if they'll let Armstrong loose? I don't know if I would for this. Tyrone Broden's had a family thing he's been dealing with. I'm not sure if he'll be available. So Taylor Green could be working with Isaiah Satania, Tesla, and then just younger guys. So that might not be as flashy or as full as we know it will be in the fall. Defense, I think they're sneaky good on the D-line. I love Cam Ball. Great sense of humor. I wish we could talk to him every week. Landon Jackson's been a great guy to come back. I'm talking about every unit on the field almost right here, DJ. But just suffice it to say, I want to see their tackling be pretty good. I want to see the run game showing some effectiveness, and I want them to be healthy coming out of it.
You talked about that completion percentage of Green, and you and I both know, if you in practice, it should be significantly higher than what it should be in a real game, because you're not going to get hit, and receivers most likely aren't going to get their head taken off. And so do you think that may be a little early sign for some Razorback fans to be a little concerned?
I do. I think I love Taylor Green, by the way, and I think in games some of his maybe incompletions are plays that he's going to run on. And if he's had instinctive with his ability to scramble as KJ was, I think Arkansas is going to be in fine shape, because I think he's faster than KJ, and obviously he's taller. And if he can stay healthy, he's going to have a lot of running going. I mean, they're going to be able to do stuff with him in short yardage and goal line in run packages that are going to be hopefully dynamic. And as you know, as good as anyone, Bobby Petrino will find ways to get his studs the ball. So it's only a mild concern at this point. His completion at Boise was 57, 58. It's just got to be in the 60s. And I think they're going to find a way to improve that. And so right now I would just say it's of moderate concern. And he'll learn his receivers. The ins and outs, the intricacies, and the timing of what they do, I think will just improve as we head toward fall.
You talked about every position. You forgot probably the most important position on the football field, that tight end group. I know Haz is going to be the real deal. I already talked to Coach Petrino about him, and he says he's going to break all your records, Williams, and I hope he does, because he's the real deal. But I really feel like Coach Petrino would love to have an effective offense that has a lot of flexibility by having a second tight end that is almost just as good as far as being flexible from blocking to being an option in the passing game. Who do you think that number 2 guy is?
DJ, I'm actually excited, and I wrote about the tight ends a couple of days ago, because when Ty Washington comes back, he'll be right there in the mix to be the 2. And in fact, him not being here in spring, I still would think he's possibly the 2. Marquise Gums, if you heard from folks here, has had an outstanding spring. I would think his total catches, if you went through everything, 7-on-7, individual, everything, team, might be right up there with Armstrong and Broden, and because they missed a little time. But I think, and with Haz. So Gums has had a phenomenal spring. Shamar Easter is coming along. He's got good hands. You can see that he's made a improvement in his game and will have a chance. And then Pashka, the transfer, his hands might not be as good, and he's more of a physical guy, but he's going to be on the field some. So just in those guys, we got 5 guys we've talked about who I think could be beneficial. And DJ, side note, I'm doing the Ryan Mallett story for our features on the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame, and I'd love to give you a shout after the show.
Yeah, man. I think you have my number. You got my number? Here, it's 501. But I won't put it on.
I do.
I won't put it there. Yeah, just give me a shout.
Yeah. Because, you know what? Side note here, Ryan Mallett, man, what a what an icon in Arkansas athletics, and just lost him too soon. And so he's going into Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame this year.
Rightfully so.
Absolutely.
Love that. I mean, just talk about that talent. Never seen an arm like that at Arkansas.
Can't wait till you stick your butt in there, Mackey guy.
Man, maybe one day. We'll see. We'll get there.
Oh, day's coming.
Yeah.
Day's coming. Tom, appreciate the time, my friend. Enjoy the weekend.
Day's coming, DJ. And by the way, that tight end Hunter Henry, DJ Williams. That's I think has, as Bobby Marino pointed out, might challenge y'all's record. Y'all have a great weekend.
Go get him. I hope he does, man. I love that guy.
Thanks, Tom. All right.
Great family too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Gotta hope. Oh, you talking about Haz's family?
Yeah, he has a good family.
I don't know his family. You know?
Yeah.
His family?
Oh yeah, I know his family very well. I've been talking to him since he's been in high school.
We got to. We need to get Gums a bunch of catches too to try to distribute the wealth so Haz doesn't just smash all your records.
I like the way he talked about Gum. I mean, if they got a guy that's putting up that type of numbers in practice, coaches like consistency. Maybe on a little something.
Maybe. All right, people are settling in here. We're at the Mainline Sports Bar at Oaklawn, where people are coming in for racing today. That starts in just a little bit. And then you've also got, of course, the MMA fights tomorrow starting in the evening. And so, again, a full day of racing tomorrow, and then you hang out here for the MMA. Let's go. Sounds fun.
Not
or
a big,
UFC.
I'm not a big UFC guy.
Can I get this?
Depending on my other one does it too.
Your guns are too big.
God.
You're not a big UFC guy?
Not the biggest. I like boxing.
I like boxing more,
I do
too.
like boxing. Mm-hmm.
But I respect it. And people, hey, look, it's a big fan base. I respect it. I used to fight the fight. Now I'm just like, hey, you like it, go for it. It is entertaining, though.
And UFC, I like the characters. You know, give me a Conor McGregor type. Like, I love the characters.
Bryce Mitchell from Arkansas, man.
Hey, can we give shout out to Thug Nasty? We want people to come here and watch the fight, but you got an opportunity to maybe see him too down there in Little Rock. He'll be watching fights in Little Rock as well.
Is he?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Brewski's.
Is he really?
Brewski's, yeah.
He's going to be there?
Yeah, I'll be at Brewski's.
He's been down there for events before. That's cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, if you're in the capital city, go there. That's great. We love Brewski's. All right, as we take a time out, I want to remind you our friends over at Max Prairie Wings are here for all of your needs when it comes to outdoor anything. And if you need weaponry, you know that they've got you covered there as well. Right now, take advantage of the deals going right now on Stoeger STR 9mm performance-grade personal defense handguns. $50 rebates on those at Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. And Stoeger STR 9mm automatics start at $249 after the mail-in rebate. This offer expires at the end of the month, though, so hurry in before time runs out. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. Yes, end of the month. I have to remind myself. I mean, I'm an April baby, but I'm like 30 days in April, right? Yeah. I'm only worried about the 7th. I'm not worried about the end of the month. Make the short drive over to Stuttgart today. Check them out online at baxpw.com. Also, Smith & Wesson. The revolvers built to suit the demands of the most serious firearms enthusiasts. That's a classic, baby. For a limited time at Max, receive $50 rebates on Smith & Wesson J-frame revolvers, $75 off the K-frame, L-frame, N-frame, and Governor revolvers from Smith & Wesson. That ends at the end of the month as well, so hurry before time runs out. And we'll remind you as well, of course, that the deal going on Browning is over Monday. Goes through April 15th. Also, April 15th is our Buzz Golf Tournament out at Burns Park. I want to thank all the people who helped make that possible.
April 15th is a big day, man.
It is. Tax Day.
Trump's Day.
What's Trump's Day?
They're going to get the Jewish election.
Oh.
WNBA draft.
You had me at Trump's Day.
You're over
I want to thank Tito's Handmade Vodka, Lion Legal, Genesis of Conway, Michelob Ultra, and Corky's going to be serving up lunch.
Ooh.
Get you some. You guys enjoy that. That'll be fun. Registration's open. Just a few spots left. We're about sold out. So if you want to get in, it's going to have to be in the morning, and you can go to 1037thebuzz.com for details on that, as well as BuzzBQ, which is right around the corner. I think we still have a few spots left for BuzzBQ also. Anyway, we're back here at Oaklawn. It's 11:29, and it looks like, Zach's here, so I guess we'll talk to him.
Let's talk to Zach.
Okay. We got Champs and Chumps later this hour as well, so start cooking yours up, DJ Williams.
Champs and Chumps?
Yes.
You got some chumps?
I got one chump.
That old guy that was driving in front of me today almost got us both killed?
We have one champ, one chump, so pick your worst of the week.
Okay.
And we are also going to celebrate the life of O.J. Simpson in the final hour today.
Oh, are we? Can't wait.
We're going to talk about him a little bit.
Oh, I bet.
And we won't talk about it.
The United Cerebral Palsy Putt-Putt Club Crawl is coming April 27th to Little Rock's River Market. To register your 4-person team, text UCP PUB to 41444.
This is Sports Center.
Kentucky basketball is closing in on their hire following Coach John Calipari coming to Arkansas. They're looking to make BYU head coach Mark Pope their next head coach. Pope played at Kentucky from 1994 to 1996. He has been the BYU Cougars head coach from 2019 until now. He led them to 2 tournament appearances but has 0 tournament wins. BYU was 23-11 this year and finished 5th in the Big 12. And Arkansas baseball gets their 3-game road series against Alabama started tonight with first pitch set for 6. Game 2 is set for 5 o'clock tomorrow, and then Sunday's game will be at 1. All 3 games will be on the Buzz and SEC Network Plus. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
What do you do when the power goes down? Now you can do anything you want when you purchase a Generac home standby generator from Generator Supercenter of Little Rock. Come visit the experts at Central Arkansas's only generator showroom, located on Chenal Parkway in West Little Rock. We offer a turnkey solution, financing, and 24/7 service. Visit our website for more info at GeneratorSupercenterofLittleRock.com. The standby power people.
Howie, we talk about how Robert Irwin Jewelers is different. Tell me about the RIJ way.
We just listen to our customers.
Like what?
One day I was at baseball practice and the guy sitting next to me says, I haven't worn my wedding band because I grew out of it. And it was going to cost me $200 to resize it. And I started thinking about it and I was like, oh, damn, that's something that means a lot to you. So we decided to make free ring sizing for life at Robert Irwin Jewelers.
That's the RIJ way.
Bigger, brighter diamonds, better prices. Robert Irwin Jewelers or online at rijewelers.com.
Craig O'Neill here, somewhat famous for voicing the stadium catchphrase involving Arkansas first downs. But I would now like to be known for another catchphrase, the future of luxury today. It's one I borrowed from Genesis of Conway, the newest luxury automotive dealership in Central Arkansas. I'm currently driving the GV70. That's not a car, it's an experience. Go pay him a visit or check out genesisofconway.com and you have found the future of luxury today.
It's Justin Akers, my good friends at CertaPro Painters. And right here in Central Arkansas, you can get exactly what you need from a painting standpoint, and you can get it from the folks you trust and believe in. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. And it comes with free estimates. You get great communication along the way and professional painting. There are certain things you should attempt on your own. In my opinion, painting is not one of them. Turn it over to the right folks at the right price. It's CertaPro Painters. Online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
You're back in the zone with Justin Acree and DJ Williams. You never know what you're going to learn on the show.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right.
Okay, let's go.
No, I don't want to go there. Spell it. I think you say it differently. Just spell it.
You can.
I can't.
I've been informed this movie was the River Niger.
Oh.
It's a country in Africa.
All right. Okay. Jeez Louise.
Here's to hoping you'll learn something today.
11:33. We're in the zone. We're on the road. We're at Oaklawn having a good time. Zach is here from Oaklawn Sports. Oaklawn Sports. Download the app for your iPhone, for your Android, and so many different angles on the Masters. And I just have not taken time to sit down and my guys yet. But I will tell you this: when I hit the Masters a couple of years ago, Wes and I were here on day 2, just like this, on a Friday, the second day of the Masters, and we went in there. We each picked 5 golfers. And I ended up picking the winner, and it paid like 20-1 or something.
Oh.
So I paid $20. I collected like $420 or something.
Nice.
It was nice.
Nice.
But the values are crazy. And, Zach, we've talked about this a long time. As long as you're not betting on Scheffler, the values are outrageous. Golfers probably even day 2. But you can bet so many different ways on the match. Major League Baseball, Razorback Baseball, that's yet today, Zach. But
it is.
Okay, well, let's dive in on all that then.
Yeah, absolutely. And you nailed it, and you hit a highlight. If you didn't get your bet in for the Masters before the tournament started, good news is we have live wagering. It's going to go all the way pretty much till, I'd say, Sunday about 5:30 when they're coming down those last couple holes. Scheffler right now plus 138 to win it. DeChambeau's at 5-1, Max Homa 550, looking very good. But so to your point, even those other guys that are near the top, you're still getting 5-1 on them. If you want to dive a little further than that, at 4th, Roy right now at 14-1.
Check out Zach's socks, DJ.
Is that it made me feel like I need to go bet. He has money socks on.
Yeah.
Is it that type of weekend?
They call him Young Money.
Oh, Young Money.
I
Okay.
don't call him that. I just call him Zach.
Call me Easy Money. Just depends on what it is.
Depends on how much you're giving me, my man. But yeah, Jeff Money Taylor's the OG when it comes to money around here as far as horse picks. But when it comes to sports gambling, he is the money man. It is Zach Gillum. So Arkansas is on the board against Alabama. And Zach, I know it's a road game, but maybe not as bad of odds for somebody who wants to back Arkansas as I would have thought here.
Yes, Arkansas is a favorite, pretty big favorite, but not as big as you would think. So minus 265 right now, and in fact, they posted closer to minus 300. So those odds are actually going a little bit towards Bama.
Will we get money line before the day is over?
So we have the money line right now.
I'm sorry, we get a run line.
We will get a run line and a total. I would expect that to post within the next 90 minutes.
Okay. What goes into that? Like in the baseball one, how it opened at 300 and it went to 260 whatever.
265.
Yeah.
So
What happens?
that is typically going to be early money coming in on Alabama.
Okay.
Now it's not always going to move just because of money, but typically it's going to be someone took some bets somewhere from someone they deem as a fairly sharp baseball player.
Which is ironic because of last year's situation where Alabama's coach was feeding information to a friend who was then wagering on Alabama, and he tried to make such a big bet because he's an idiot that it raised alarms, and then it all came back on the coach, and he got fired.
And then something else, there can always be a lineup change if there's an announcement of a player. You know, if back when you were playing, we found out DJ was not in the lineup, that would have affected
Don't pick
some
Arkansas, right? No, I'm just kidding. They would have been fine without me. Plenty of talent.
No, I would say, though, like let's just say today that for whatever reason, Hagen's got some arm soreness.
That changes.
And you find that out. And then he's not
changes.
going to throw tonight, and they're going to throw Molina instead. It's like, yeah, it completely changes.
How soon does a coach, is he supposed to say that? As soon as they find out? Or is it something strategically they wouldn't mention anything?
I don't know that you'd hear from Arkansas until very close to game time.
Okay.
So,
yeah, because it's not. They don't have to have the lineups turned into 90 minutes before first pitch or something like that.
Well, okay.
What else is interesting this weekend? We've been talking with Nancy about UFC, but golf-wise, I mean, I guess we kind of hit that. But what's up with the UFC? You guys getting some action there?
Yes, UFC watch party in the main line this weekend. It's going to be Saturday, early prelims at 5. The prelims at 7,
Nice.
and then we have the pay-per-view starts at 9. So very excited. This is something we've wanted to do for some number of years. I know Nancy's very big into UFC.
Yeah, we talked to her for a while about it.
She's ready to start swinging at us.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, she took 2 years of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
She didn't tell us that.
So watch out.
Wow.
The last time she did workout.
And then we have some of our staff's very big into it. If you've ever been into the retail sportsbook, you've probably met Zach, the other Zach, very big into UFC. He'll be here all night with us, taking your action, taking some bets. And some great fights. I mean, 12% of former current champions on this fight card. Dana White did all he could to put together from top to bottom one of the most competitive, if not the most competitive, pay-per-view cards we've seen. And, for $20 you can get in. If you wanted to be at home, it's going to cost you $80 to watch it. So $20 gets you in the door.
Tell me about that buffet too, right?
Buffet. It's from what I understand, there will be it's going to be like a taco bar buffet.
Oh, come on.
So yes, and
Sounds
that's
good.
open for 3 hours. So get here at 7:30, probably get you a few tacos. And
Yeah.
as it gets closer later in the night, you've had a few drinks, made a few bets, won some things.
Still going to be tacos there?
I don't know everything that's going to be there. I'm going to leave a little bit to your imagination, but I know
Some people are going to eat all the tacos. I should be at the taco bar the whole time.
Somebody's juicing still, so
Yeah.
somebody's going to be ready for some tacos.
It's my last day of juicing.
Let's go.
So I'm going to smash whatever that is tomorrow.
You better warn the taco bar folks. DJ's coming to crush.
And since I don't follow it as closely as I do some other sports, we don't talk about the wagering on UFC as much, but it's a deep menu just like we have with other sports. You can wager on, obviously, who's going to win the fight, but you can also take method of victory. So TKO, KO, DQ, a decision, a submission. You can wager on which player is going to do one of these things.
Is there like a first punch?
Not necessarily first punch, but you can wager on how was it worded? The most significant strikes.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so that would be somewhat of a statistical prop. Total significant strikes for the Piera Hill fight is at 115.5. For Piera himself, 56.5. Same for Hill.
Nice.
So just many ways to wager outside of just wagering on who's going to win. And then also, just like all the other sports, we offer live or in-game, in-fight wagering as well. So as the fight's going on, odds are still available. You can still get action down.
Here's another one Zach and I have been talking about on Oaklawn Game Day. We just wrapped up the season. I do want to thank him on the podcast, but I want to thank Zach again for another great season. I want to thank the folks here at Oaklawn for letting us do it again. It's a ton of fun. We look forward to it. And even when our picks are wrong, we still enjoy ourselves. We have a blast. But I appreciate you, Zach. But we have been talking about the Olympics lately. And, of course, they're in Paris, NBC. I mean, it's going to be big time this summer. I think you guys still have it, right?
Yeah, we're sending Alyssa Orange. She'll be down there.
Golly, what doesn't she do?
Isn't that nice? Yeah.
Golly.
It'll be a fun trip.
So we've been talking about options, and you can already wager on certain sports. Here's my parlay, Zach. United States men's basketball, United States women's basketball, United States to win the most gold medals.
I like it.
$1,000 returns you $1,689.60. They're all huge favorites, but you're going to get basically 68% back on your $1,000 investment on top of your returned.
Which ones
initial.
do you feel least confident about?
Well, the worst odds of the USA. Christian, what chances do you give the other countries? I think Serbia is the second favorite. What do you think about the other countries here? Serbia's at plus 800, U.S. minus 360, France 1,400. Or if you were going to give me an upset pick, Christian, outside the U.S., who would you go with?
For the World Cup or for the
Olympics? Or would you say
Serbia's
no
basically
chance?
just off of Luka Doncic. I'd probably go France.
Okay, France at 1,400. I could swap out.
I haven't kept up with it. I'm not sure if Wemby's playing or not, but if Wemby's playing, of course they got a shot.
If I swap out the U.S. men for the French men,
that's a different
you bet 1,000, you win 19,800. Zach, I think I like that.
Yeah. Well, and that just goes to show you how
make a smaller bet.
How big of a favorite the U.S. is
Yeah.
in those each of those markets. As you said, I mean, we're the women are minus 1,000 to win basketball. The men minus 360, and then most gold medals at minus 500.
So you have to bet 1,000 to win 100 on the women.
Yes.
What's the largest bet? Can I ask you this? I don't even know if this is okay to talk about. What's the largest bet you can take on it? Like if somebody wanted to bet 10,000 win 1,000, would you take it?
Come see me in the sports book.
Nice. Come
Zach's
see
like,
me.
There are no rules. We just have to have a conversation.
So our our goal is to always give the action the guest wants. There
Yeah.
are times where we do have to cut it a little bit, just depending on what the action is. But our goal is to get you what you want.
Right.
Nice.
I dig it. Do you anticipate? I don't. These lines moving at all or much?
What's interesting is that most gold medals has moved. At one point, that was minus 1,000.
Who's
And
been
that's gone back to
competitive
minus 500.
with? Is it always China?
China.
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 Okay.
For the most gold medals, and
Yeah.
then each sport, it's just dependent upon the country that
Yeah.
each one I feel like specializes in something, and usually we're competitive with them in that. So yeah, no, Olympics is going to be great. It's in the summer. There's going to be a lot offered right now. There are about 7 or 8 different sports: tennis, volleyball, water polo, rugby sevens, handball, soccer. So it will continue to expand. That will get bigger and bigger. We were talking about Masters earlier, and I've hit on it in the podcast, and I agree with you, Justin. Greatly appreciate all the work you do. Have a ton of fun, and appreciate that Oaklawn lets me and you do this each week and call it a job. So
love it.
a lot of fun there. But with Masters, something in golf, to me, one of my favorite sports to watch, but it can get a little slow at times, and I've found with our live wagering menu, it can really keep you engaged with what's going on in the course, because you can wager on the next hole, the next shot.
Yeah.
Are they going to hit the green?
I love it.
Yeah, I mean,
That's fun.
there's many ways to bet to have fun with the Masters this week.
I will say this. Look, I'm not going to trash talk anybody else's stuff, but I will say that I just think it's a no-brainer, and it's obvious, and we've looked at them all. I mean, Oaklawn's app is the most user-friendly. It's the easiest to use. It's the most aesthetically pleasing. I think it's, they've got a good depth of field, and as far as options go, as far as wagering options go, and then also getting money in and out has gotten easier than ever. Now that they've got Venmo as part of it, that's how I typically put my money in and out. But you guys have just added another option as well, which is very popular.
Just launched yesterday, Apple Pay. So we now have Apple Pay, Venmo Live, PayPal is an option, credit, debit cards. We have ACH, online banking, and on-site cash here in the sportsbook. So pretty much any way you would want to get your money in and out, we do have that as an option now. Apple Pay is going to be exactly what you expect it to be. If you choose that as an option, it's going to have you double-click your home button or your lock button and look at your face, and
So
you'll be able
easy.
to deposit. Now, keep in mind with Apple Pay, that's for deposits. So some of these options don't have a withdrawal option. That is something that hasn't been quite developed or isn't allowed. So like credit cards, you can't withdraw from gaming to a credit card, but you can still deposit. I highly recommend checking out the debit card option for withdrawal if you've not done that yet. That is usually going to be the most efficient and fastest way to get the money back into your account.
Tell me again, face option. What'd you say?
For Apple Pay. So it's going to be just like anything else you do with
Yeah.
Apple Pay, where it asks you to
So easy.
double-click your lock button, look at your face, and you're done.
You still have the double verification thing, though? Is there a way to bypass that, or is that?
Yes, absolutely.
You don't like doing that every time?
So that's
Me
totally
neither.
up to the user.
Okay.
That is a user-controlled option. If you want to go into preferences once you're logged in.
I got to switch that.
Yes, and I can help you guys once we go to a
Yeah.
break. But all you have to do is log in one more time using that two-factor, and then under preferences, you have the option to disable that.
Cool.
Yeah, get
Okay.
that out. That email every time, it's tough.
People are going to
We're
get
so lazy.
they're going to get my phone from me to make bets without my approval.
I
when they
couldn't-
can get it from my cold dead hands.
I couldn't tell you how many times, even like Pizza Hut, when I'm trying to order my pizza, I go through the whole thing, make up my whole pizza, fill in my address, and then when it gets to payment and it doesn't have Apple Pay and it says put in your credit card information, I just
Give up?
Give up. Don't even eat pizza.
No more giving up.
Yeah,
now we
not
got
even
you covered.
Mine's got saved passwords, and it's got my saved credit cards in my computer, too, so it's
Mm.
pretty easy.
Yeah.
Well, and something else, we still have our $1,000 bonus bet offer going. This is something you really need to look at if you are not signed up for Oaklawn Sports yet and you're interested. I highly recommend in April you sign up, make your deposit, dive in, take advantage of that $1,000 in bonus bets.
Let's go! All right, Zach, I appreciate it. We got to hit a break.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys have a great day.
Yeah, buddy, thanks. All right, let's don't go anywhere. I want to get this preferences deal done, though. 11:46. Okay, DJ, real quick before we go to the break. What were you looking up there on the gold medal? Is that a projection?
Last Olympics, the 2020 Olympics, China had 38 gold medals to USA's 39. So they are always right there. So go back to your little parlay and see what.
Okay.
Maybe that's the one you switch out as the gold medal, not necessarily who wins the
Zach,
basketball.
what if there's a tie? Is that just it drops out of a parlay? If you have a tie on the gold medals?
So it is typically going to let me double check those rules.
Okay.
I don't want to be
Maybe the
quoted on
overall
that.
medal
'Cause
winners.
because there's a few different rules from other sports I can think of that could be applied, and I need to
Mm-hmm.
double check which one it would go to.
All right, here you go. China most gold medals. United States men's basketball wins. United States women's basketball wins. Bet 1,000, collect 63.36.
I think that's your safest bet.
Now let me take out basketball men for the U.S.
and put in
stick in
Wolf.
Paris.
Oh no, it's going to be insane.
Or stick in France rather,
I
and
don't-
then it's here it is. I'm saying it's worth a few bucks.
Yeah.
You got United States women, Chinese gold medals, French basketball men, $1,000 pays $74,250. They're going to put your face up on the wall here if you do that.
Yeah,
Bigger
see,
than
that one we might have to have a talk about.
Yeah, we got to talk about it. Yeah.
bigger than Baz and Roger. I mean,
Yeah.
we're gonna be plastered everywhere. Look what this guy did. This idiot bet on the craziest thing and it hit. I got to throw a couple bucks on that. I'm just
Might
saying.
as well, right?
Yeah.
You like that one?
I mean, why not? What's
What would $20 get you?
Yeah, let's see what $20 will get me. $20 to return $14.85. Yes, sir. Like it.
You like it?
We can buy a lot of smoke.
I don't see USA losing to.
I
Was
don't
it
either.
France?
I think
Yeah.
USC will win. Or
USA?
USA will win.
Yeah.
You say USC, whatever, must bust.
Yeah.
Freudian slip. All I know is $14.85. Buy a lot of pork belly over at Cash.
Oh man, so many.
Stop it.
And you got to add the one I already owe you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's like $1,500.
What's the guy's name again at work that I owe $5 to?
Todd Pierce.
Sorry, so I'm giving this to you because you're there more than I am. So.
Todd's not there very often.
Oh, is he not? That's
He's a
you.
part-timer.
You saw that, right?
Yeah.
On camera. You saw that. All right.
TP, I got your money.
Yeah.
Mm.
Fresh, ain't it?
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, nothing smells better than DJ's money. Except for the smoked pork belly over at Cash. Zach, you been to Cash yet?
I have not.
Oh.
You got to come with us. When
We'll-
DJ pays up,
We'll have a whole day.
he'll buy me one, I'll buy you one. We're going to have some pork belly. Easy for me to say. I'm already
Yeah.
starting to salivate thinking about it. Great salads and light options, burgers, salmon, steak and frites. I like that. I just like
Frites.
saying that. It's a great one. What's frites?
Fries.
French fries?
Yeah, just call them fries.
I know.
What are we doing?
It was like, what's frites?
You know
I
the
said
origin
that.
of that?
What is that?
Well, frites are from Belgium, but when American soldiers were over there, Belgians were speaking French, so they started calling them frites became fries, and they started calling them French fries.
How about that?
There you
Learn
go.
something new every
Learned
day.
Yep.
That's two things I learned today now.
Yeah, how about that?
The other thing I was going to say is, you guys completely sidetracked me there. Steak and frites. It's fun to say. I don't know what I was going to say next. Dang it. Anyway, go by and see Cash, lunch or dinner, and special events too. 501-850-0265. and they're on the web at cachelittlerock.com, CACHE, littlerock.com. If you don't know how to spell Little Rock, I'm sorry, you'll have to look that one up on your own. Also, special events. Again, great space upstairs, holds up to 150 people. These ladies over here having a...
Yeah, what do you got, a little powwow going on over here?
This is like a sorority reunion or something.
Yeah,
They're all getting back
be.
together. See, Cash would have been a great spot for that, too, if they weren't in the Spa City, but this is the spot here.
That's why you come to the main line.
That's it.
Those are tri-delts.
You think so?
Yeah, they get tri-delt vibe.
Tri-delt vibe.
Yeah.
I'll let you explain that on the other
You think
side.
any of their boyfriends or husbands wanted to get on the girl day?
No.
No, but it looks
no shot. They let them go to Oaklawn in peace.
Yep. Go wild, ladies. Hey, listen, Cash Little Rock's a good place for a girls' outing or a happy hour with the boys or whatever. Or it's a great place to take your lady.
There you go.
Or your dude for dinner. So go by and see our friends at the River Market, and it comes with free valet parking. It's Cash in downtown. It's 11:50. We'll be back and wrap up the hour. Do some champs and chumps on the other side.
This is Pat Bradley for River City Flooring. And when looking for a local flooring and carpet store, check out my friends River City Flooring in Maumelle and visit their showroom to see their wide selection of the highest quality carpet, wood, laminate, and vinyl flooring at the best prices. Over 5,000 square feet of waterproof flooring starting at $1.99. Free installation on all in-stock carpet. They do custom tile showers, backsplashes, granite countertops, and more. Visit River City Flooring on Maumelle Boulevard just off 430 and at rivercityflooringinc.com.
Is your Oaklawn thoroughbred racing action so close you can feel it? Or is it the view from your trackside luxury suite? However you like it, racing season is off and running at Oaklawn, with live races every weekend through May 4th. It's fun by the furlong all season long. Make your reservations today at oaklawn.com. What's your Oaklawn? Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hi, I'm Rick Pennington of Lions Drug. We have great news. Generic Cialis is now available at a huge savings. We have Tadalafil, the FDA-approved generic of Cialis, in a 20-milligram tablet at a savings of up to 80%. We have the 5-milligram daily tablets for less than $3 a pill. Lions Drug continues to be your go-to pharmacy for men's health. What are you waiting for? Call us today at 844-676-2247 or go to our website at lionsdrug.com.
It pays to be early because at Cracker Barrel, you can get early dinner deals weekdays from 4 till 6 p.m. That includes their signature meatloaf, home-style chicken, and more, starting at just $8.99. So make tonight an early dinner night.
This is Pat Bradley, and I'll be on Drive Time Sports Weekly with Randy and Rick, presented by Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union. Apply for your next mortgage loan with Matt Jones at alcoacommunityfcu.org. Now serving Saline, Grant, Garland, Hot Spring, and Perry counties.
Spring calls for fresh style, and you can find it at Sissy's Log Cabin. Their selection truly has everything for anyone at a range of price points. Shop the latest trends from designers like David Yurman, Lagos, and Roberto Coin. Browse timepieces from brands like Luminox, Tudor, or Tag Heuer. Find the perfect diamond. Discover amazing estate pieces you won't find anywhere else. Whatever you're looking for, I guarantee you can find it at Sissy's. To match their incredible selection, they also have the best service. They always treat me like family. No one is more friendly, attentive, and invested in making sure you get exactly what you want. They'll even make a custom creation for you if you don't find exactly what you're looking for in their expansive collection. Really, the whole experience is best summed up by the Sissy's promise of unmatched quality and service. Ready to experience Sissy's for yourself? Shop online at sissyslogcabin.com or visit any of their 6 locations in Pine Bluff, Little Rock Heights, Little Rock Promenade, Jonesboro, Memphis, or Conway.
Welcome back to The Zone. You want to get into the show? Text us on our text line at 501-661-1037 or message us on our live fan feedback.
Well, it's 11:54, and well, we're still here, hanging out at Oaklawn. We're having a good time. A lot of people are settling in. I know, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Main line is where we are today. If you want to come by and say hello, we are how far? Minutes to race 1, 41 minutes away. 41 minutes. So time to get your wagers in. If you're heading down
who you
this
got
road.
first win of the day?
I haven't even looked at the first race
Okay.
yet. So, and when I do look at it, I still won't know.
No.
But it'll be fun to pretend that I do. Champs and chumps, let's knock it out. Well, my champ this week, of course, shouldn't say of course, if you already knew, it wouldn't be a story, is Caitlin Clark. Obviously wrapping up her illustrious career, and everything good is happening for her beyond that now. She is killing it, and they are going to retire her number. Her number is going to hang in the banner, old double deuce. Just like Pat Bradley's number needs to hang in the rafters at Bud Walton. Her number is going to hang in the rafter in Iowa City. Expected to be the number 1 overall pick. In fact, they're already starting to sell extra tickets for the Indiana Fever, anticipating she will be the number 1 draft choice. Christian, think there'll be a riot if they don't draft her number 1?
I would say so, if that many people care, at least.
And my chump this week, we're going to pick on O.J. Simpson the last hour, so I'm going to give him a break. But my chump this week is Ipe Mizuhara.
Dang it.
Charged with felony after stealing $16 million from Shohei Ohtani. What a jerk interpreter. I don't know how you say jerk in Japanese. That's what this guy is. Stole nearly $20 million from the superstar in part to pay off his massive gambling debts. So the guy's not only a jerk, he's not only a bad friend, he's not only, I don't know, maybe he's a marginal interpreter. I don't know, but he's not trustworthy at all.
No.
I don't like him. Up to 30 years in prison if he's convicted.
Woo. Every year, right? Oh. Stealing $16 million from your apparent boy?
Yeah.
No.
Good luck stealing $16 million from you, buddy. Christian, what you got?
I'm going to give a champ to Charlie Condon of the Georgia Bulldogs. I don't know if you're aware of what he's doing, but he has 23 home runs and 49 RBIs in 34 games.
Wow.
He's slashing 484 and 588 on base. He's currently having one of the best hitting seasons we've ever seen in college baseball.
Huh.
And Chump, I'm going to give it to former NBA player podcasts. There's a lot of good ones, like JJ and Bron and Paul George, but there's also some very bad ones, like Gilbert Arenas' Gil's Arena. He went on record, and I mean, this has been going a long time, but he went on record saying Jokic is the worst MVP of the last 40 years. It was like Steve Nash had back-to-back MVPs.
Yeah, that's a pretty soft take.
Wait, who said that again?
Gilbert Arenas.
Oh, I do remember. He's doing too much. He's getting forgot about, so people try to make noise just to be seen. Yeah, a joke. I got a controversial chump. You ready for this one? Getting to the race debate. There was I don't even know this lady's name, but there was a group of WNBA ladies watching the NCAA tournament, and they were mic'd up, and they were showing some sound bites, and they were talking to Kelsey Plum, and they were talking about Paige Beckers, and they said she's great, no doubt, but they alluded to her greatness coming from her privilege, and that they like her because she acknowledges her privilege that has gotten her to where she is. And I just said, are you kidding me? What? To me, it was just a joke. I mean, if you look at what she's done in her game from middle school, high school, I followed her since high school. Privilege or no privilege, whatever they're trying to say that she's come from, that girl works hard. She's put in the work, and she's been one of the most dominant players. I don't care what color skin that she had. So I don't know why that rubbed me the wrong way. And Kelsey Plum, I felt, was in a position where she had to agree. It was weird.
A year off of gambling and prostitution. The FBI called it illegal. But here in Hot Springs, Arkansas, we just called it tourism. Enjoy the story of the great American spy told by the people who lived through it at the award-winning Gangster Museum of America, 510 Central Avenue in Hot Springs. 501-318-1717 or go to tgmoa.com.
Love off-roading? There's a 2024 Chevy Silverado Trail Boss at Gwatney Chevrolet ready for a driver. It's got improved shocks and suspension, plus wheels made for the off-road. You can make it yours for as low as $61,905. Call, click, or come visit Gwatney Chevrolet to hear about our available rebates, and we'll make you the boss of the trail. Come see us in Jacksonville or visit GwatneyChevrolet.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
103.7 The Buzz is your home for the Hogs and your ticket hookup. We have tickets to every Diamond Hog home game and want to give them to you. Listen each weekday for your chance to win from 103.7 The Buzz.
This is Chuck Barrett inviting you to listen to me call the Hogs on 103.7 The Buzz. KABZ Little Rock.
Buzz News with Channel 7, Ryan Houston.
Lawmakers turned their focus to crypto mining bills on day 2 of the fiscal 2024 year. They have concerns involving crypto mines due to the range of noises and massive power usage. There's also concerns about some companies being tied to the Chinese government. A total of 8 crypto mining bills were submitted to the Senate Thursday. All but one made it through a 2/3 vote. The Speaker expects the resolutions for crypto mining and state employee raises, among others, will go to the House Rules Committee as soon as next week. The Arkansas Game and Fish Commission will be hosting cleanup events at Lake Conway starting next week. You're invited to help clean around the shoreline of the 6,700-acre lake in Faulkner County, April 18th through the 21st from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Dumpsters will be placed at 6 locations, including Pierce Creek access. For more news and weather, download the free KTV News and Weather apps from the Channel 7 Newsroom. I'm Ryan Houston.
Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort presents Oaklawn Race Day with Justin Acree and David Wanjanati every Saturday morning at 11. Oaklawn Race Day is your inside track to America's hottest thoroughbred action and Arkansas source for racing news and analysis. Oaklawn Race Day, presented by Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
Sunny and warmer today with a high around 76 degrees. Still rather breezy, though. And tonight's low not as chilly, just down to about 58. Low 80s expected both Saturday and Sunday. Still a little breezy this weekend. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special, dinner for 2 for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar, only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
This is Pat Bradley for Brewskis. UFC 300, Saturday, April 13th. Arkansas's very own Bryce Thug Nasty Mitchell will be in the building at Brewski's downtown. Get there early Saturday night and meet the legend himself. Main event features light heavyweight brawl between Alex Pereira and Jamal Hill. And the undercard is loaded. UFC 300, Saturday, April 13th at 9 p.m. Both locations downtown and north. Meet Bryce Thug Nasty Mitchell in the building at Brewski's downtown. And stick around because the party doesn't stop until 2 a.m. Brewski's, you home for lunch, happy hour, and late night.
Craig O'Neill here, heard Wednesday mornings on The Buzz, which, as you know, is all talk. Now, if you want all performance, that's Genesis of Conway, the newest luxury automotive dealership in Central Arkansas. You pull in, and immediately you're impressed with the line of sedans and SUVs, and all of them award winners. I'm currently driving the GB70, and know this, it's the greatest car I've ever been in. Go see them or check out genesisofconway.com and discover the future of luxury today.
It's Justin Acree for CertaPro Painters, and if you're like me, this time of the year, I'm spending a lot of time at the house watching basketball games and baseball games, and then I also start looking around the house and noticing some paint on the wall might have cracked, or you might see some scuffs on the wall, and you want to get that updated. If that's the case at your house, you need to get CertaPro Painters on the case today. CertaPro.com, that's Certa with a C. All you have to do is go to their website, and they will come over, give you a free estimate, and you can trust them to get the job done right because they take pride in what they do. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. When it comes to choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Hurry up, dude. The game's about to start.
Nothing beats spending the day watching the game with your buddies.
Dude, I'm literally right here. Let's do this.
Which is why a shelter insurance renter's policy is key to your winning game plan. It protects things your landlord's policy doesn't.
Dude, where's your TV? What? No way, dude.
Like that flat screen TV that just got stolen.
See shelter agent Vic Seidenschwartz in Carlisle, Lawrence Forrester in Cabot, or Hayden Strickland in Sherwood.
Hey everyone, this is Heather Baker, president and publisher of AY Media Group here in Arkansas. We publish 2 of the biggest and most widely read magazines in the entire state, AY Magazine and Arkansas Money and Politics. At AY and Arkansas Money and Politics, we keep you up to date on all the news you need to know and the stories you want to hear. Visit us online at aymag.com and armoneyandpolitics.com to see for yourself. Now, more than ever, it is important to be mindful of where you get your news and support your local businesses. With AY Media Group, you get the best of both worlds.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. Alyssa Milano's acting career has earned her an estimated net worth of $10 million, which makes her recent actions of splitting funds on social media for her son's baseball trip to Cooperstown rather puzzling. When you're worth $10 million, it takes a lot of nerve to ask strangers for $10,000 in a time when many are struggling to pay their bills. Unbelievable. Gandhi once said, "There is a sufficiency in the world for man's need, but not for man's greed." Maybe someone should explain this to Milano. Doublebee's has such good prices that you won't need to launch a GoFundMe to afford the things you want to buy. Fuel, food, fun, it's all waiting for you at Doublebee's.
This Double Beast is where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Double Beast.
Howie, who is Robert Irwin Jewelers?
Well, the short story is my uncle Robert and my dad Irwin, they founded the company in 1977.
So what's made Robert Irwin Jewelers so successful?
We just do things differently.
Like what?
Well, for one thing, we give you peace of mind because we've got the meant to be guarantee. When you buy your loose diamond and your custom-made engagement ring, you've got 1 full year to return it. If it's meant to be, it's from Robert Irwin Jewelers.
Bigger, brighter diamonds, better prices.
Robert Irwin Jewelers or online at rijewelers.com.
Save the date for the Luxury Pool and Spa annual sale the week of April 15th at their Conway and Russellville locations. 20% off store-wide, including patio furniture by Fisco, spas at truckload pricing, and rebates on pool chemicals. Plus over $12,000 in giveaways during the annual Luxury Pool and Spa sale the week of April 15th.
Listen every Wednesday when RJ Hawk joins his old buddies on Morning Mayhem. Presented by Natural State Wholesale Flooring. See everything that Natural State Wholesale has to offer at naturalstatewholesale.com.
Let's go. You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acree and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10%, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up. Let's go ahead and see anyway. He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still even is starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, the picture connects. Never asking for someone's help, but to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. Skill of an artist. 20% skill.
All right, everybody, welcome back into your, what are we at, last hour of our Friday edition of The Zone. Justin's off somewhere. There you go. He's coming his way back, but just heard the national anthem. They are set to get this racing underway here at Oaklawn. It's going to be a big day.
Breaking news.
Whoa, what you got? You look excited.
I was in the men's room, and I got breaking news. How about that? True story. I'm going to pull up the clip. Trey Schapp of our staff, who, by the way, will be sitting in Tuesday with you gentlemen.
Oh, nice.
Chris Kane Monday. Trey Schapp Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
TBA Wednesday. Maybe we should be a host for a day contest.
Ooh, they would love that, yeah.
Razorback football Twitter. DJ, pull it up.
Okay.
Razorback football Twitter says this.
Hold on, let me look first. Can I be surprised too? Razorback football, all right?
We get to start the 2024 season early. Season opener. The UAPB Golden Lions. The Arkansas Razorbacks. War Memorial Stadium. Thursday night at 6:30. Let's go.
Thursday night game.
I love Thursday
kickoff. You like that?
I love
What is it about a Thursday? Get you pumped up.
Well, first of all, I get to go now, so that's great.
You never get to go.
I love it.
Dang, I didn't think about all those things now. I can watch a high school football game. I never get to watch those.
Yeah.
Because I'm always traveling.
Don't you guys have your KRK games on Thursday nights, though?
What do you mean?
Don't they have your high school? Don't you guys have your high school feature games that they do?
I'm asleep, man. What are you talking about?
No, but I'm saying normally they do them
on air.
I guess all over the place. Yeah. I was thinking, okay, anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even see how you guys are going to handle that one.
No, that'll be pumped up. Oh, I can't wait. The Little Rock games are my favorite because the whole Pictro Nation crew stays at Casa de Williams, and it's a good. Oh, it's a good time.
You put all those clowns on?
All of them.
Oh,
I have a blast. It's fun.
That's awesome. Anyway, I'm excited about this. That is the best news I've got. I mean, as if this day I didn't think it could get better. I found out that my man Ty Robinson and Lane Taylor both going to UCA.
And then
the weather's beautiful.
You don't have this two-step verification on your phone anymore to get your app.
Folks, for those of you who are like, oh, I like Oaklawn's app, but listen, here's the deal. They got Apple Pay now, so that's not an issue.
Yep.
They got Venmo now, so that's not an issue. And now you don't even have to have the double authentication, which was my only hang-up, which isn't a big deal. I just go boop, Go to my email, copy, paste, in.
It's annoying.
But you don't have to use it. You don't have to do it anymore. So, bam. All right, so it's set, folks. It's in Arkansas. UAPB, all-day affair at the stadium for us. We're going to be live from 6 a.m. until kickoff. Let's see, pregame will start at 3:30. Hog Wild will start at 2:30. So that means that we are going to be on for our full show, and then we're going to out of bounds will do 90 minutes, and then that'll be that.
Yeah, and if that's not early enough, you can get there at 4 o'clock. I'll probably be live that morning. So it'll be just all day in Little Rock. Pumped up?
I'm fired up.
That's good. I'm glad.
And here's the thing. A Saturday game with UAPB, it's just another game nationally. But, like, Thursday, it's like there's not that many games that are being played on Thursday. It just adds a little extra cachet for a game that for people outside the state are not going to care about. But they're like, I'm going to tune in and see what Bobby Petrino's offense looks like.
That is that's going to be interesting now that I think about it. You know, I host the Pig Trail Nation pregame show. That's usually at 10 a.m. every day. I'm sure it will be different since it's on a Thursday. So usually on Saturdays, it's always at 10. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Here's the deal. It's good for Arkansas.
Yeah.
I will tell you why.
National stage.
That's part of it. The bigger thing is that you get 3 extra days for week 2.
Which is
Oklahoma State. I love this.
Oh, that is big.
It's so smart. It's so smart in so many ways. And you know what? It gives UAPB 3 extra days to prepare for their second game, too.
UAPB. Well, I mean, you already know what most people look forward to in that game the most, right?
The band.
Oh, my gosh.
You know this.
Did you watch them last time? Were you at the Little Rock game last time they were here?
I've seen UAPB's band a bunch of times over there. They're phenomenal.
Okay.
All right, so week 2 at Oklahoma State, dude, that gives Arkansas 3 extra. This is genius. This is a genius move. I love it. Christian, what do you think? Are you hyped?
Yeah, it's awesome. I'll be at Disneyland then, but
you got to be flipping kidding me. Oh, no.
Wait, you were wrong?
I just remembered.
What? Well, where are you going to be?
I'm going to be at Pearl Jam in Wrigley Field.
Oh, no. No. It looks like I'm going to be having a blast.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. I'm going to miss the first game. You got to be kidding me. Oh, no.
It's all right, man.
No, it's not. Oh, no.
Has it not been updated on, I guess, all the other sites? I guess it's.
Oh, buddy, that sucks. Oh. You think Eddie will. Wait a minute. No, that's right. I think that's right. Oh, no.
When's the concert? Thursday night?
Yeah.
It's tough.
It's 29th.
You were pumped up.
I can't believe that.
I was pumped up.
Oh, no. Shoot. I was supposed to go up on like Tuesday or Wednesday, come back on Friday.
Well, what time is the – I mean, you can still do the show, right? You'll just – no, you won't take your stuff there. Don't do that.
No.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh, gosh. Well, maybe I'll have to not go to the concert now.
No, you'll be – it's Pearl Jam.
It's Pearl Jam at Wrigley.
I've already seen them at Wrigley once, though.
We'll be all right.
Oh,
well,
man.
DJ will be all right.
Yeah, that sounds like I'm the only one here for the most exciting news ever.
Be at Disney. Yeah, that's the game that's the show I'm supposed to go to, man, because the other show's on Saturday, and I'm busy that day because UCA is getting ready to roll. The only I guess if UCA moves their game to Thursday, I'm really screwed. Man, that's crazy. It's good for the fans. It really is, and I think it's good for both programs, for UAPB and for Arkansas. But yeah, it does suck for me. So
6:30 kickoff.
Yeah, that's right.
God, that's gonna be awesome.
I love it.
Yeah,
it'll be hot, but it'll be fun.
Yeah,
that's big news. All right, let's get to let's see what else. Oh, we haven't hit any fan feedback for a minute. Let's do that real quick, and then we'll do entertainment. Joe says, stop bashing Melissa Milano. I don't know who Melissa Milano is.
You know who Melissa Milano is.
Who's Melissa Milano?
She's
know
from
who
Charm.
Alyssa Milano is.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm not. Sorry,
Okay.
Joe. If you figure out who you're talking about, then let me know.
Okay.
Piggy says, Acre, you're a chump for naming Caitlin Clark a champ, even though she literally isn't, while ignoring the actual champs, including the coach who's gone 109-3. You're just like all the other white boys at the station. I don't know what that means. Why can't I celebrate the greatest player that I've ever seen? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, Piggy's coming at you.
We only
What's
give
up?
one champ. Why don't you get – I gave mine. Why don't you give it to DJ or Christian? They could have gave South Carolina the champ of the week.
You got to think, too, the head coach for the winning team made sure she said in her first words is, thank you, Caitlin Clark, for everything you've done for this game. So she made her a champ as well. So, I don't know.
You know what? I'll give a champ to Dawn Staley. She's really classy. I like her.
I do like Dawn Staley. She's slowly inching her way up my favorite coach of all time.
Oh, I adore Dawn Staley.
Yeah.
She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Zach says, I know you're talking to Zach about Masters betting, which I put a few dollars via the app, but could you ask him why you can't put a future in for MVPs, Heisman, etc.? I will tell you that straight up because we've had that conversation before. It's because stuff that is voted upon, it's not settled by a score or an event or an athletic endeavor. It's an opinion of people. They don't take wagers on that here. Now, you can find other places online or offshore or whatever, but they don't do that. And I actually kind of respect it because it's really kind of dumb. Let's see. TJ says, I can't wait to hear Trey Biddy tell us how great the D-line is again. And it's not the D-line, it's the terrible O-line. And how great the wide receivers are when in reality we're just slow. What do you think about that, DJ? Does he know what to look for?
I blanked out. But probably not.
Do you think Cal, this is from JW, you think Cal will get older guys if available? You guys can sit down. You think he'll get older guys if available? Then young draft picks seems to be the kryptonite of a lot of teams. He mentioned it, so you think he's wise up to it? Cal won't allow or put up. With Devo taking off during a season again for 3 years in a row. Well, he's not going to play again, so it doesn't matter. You think he'll get older guys if available than young draft picks? Seems to be the kryptonite of a lot of
I think
teams.
he'll get a mixture of both, kind of like he had on Kentucky.
That's what he said he was going to have. Yeah, you got to. Bobby Joe asked if Mark Pope, being hired at Kentucky, releases him from his contractual celibacy agreement at BYU. That's a great question.
We'll ask him next media conference.
Is he married? I guess he's not married.
I don't know.
Are there any baseball games on TV this weekend? Not the ones I want to watch. Razorbacks are on ESPN or SEC Network Plus. Fire Cal, 2 days in, no 5-star commitments. Amen to that. I'm interested in the juice cleanse. Which one do you follow, DJ?
It's the raw fountain juice cleanse. You can get it on Amazon. They shoot it to you.
They shoot it all right.
Yeah. Well, I've done it a few times when I used to run, and it really just sets me up to, start losing this weight. So it's a tough week. I'm not going to lie. But after that, it's pretty simple. When you first start working out and start trying to eat, and it's tough, it's hard. Man, this makes you feel good. You work out and you recover like that. It's insane. You feel awesome. But it's a tough week. It is a tough week. But this one comes with little ginger shots. That stuff's tough. It burns going down.
Really?
Oh,
Separately?
Yeah.
You do it separate?
Yeah.
I do. I usually try to recover with red wine and pizza. Maybe that's my problem.
Nice.
Just started listening today. Not sure if anybody mentioned Ty Robinson of Lake Hamilton and Lane Taylor of Farmington committing to UCA basketball. Both decommitted from their initial schools they signed with. Buddy, I celebrated it in the first segment today, and I am hyped about it. I cannot wait.
There's a lot to be hyped about.
I love Lane Taylor.
Are you going to cancel your Pearl Jam trip or what?
I don't know. Let me ask my buddy, Kevin Haney. I got Pearl Jam tickets Thursday night, the 29th of August, but they just moved the Razorback game from the 31st to the 29th of August. Should I cancel the Pearl Jam trip, or should I go and skip the Razorback game? What do I do? What do I do? You know what? We'll do it as a poll next week, and I'll do whatever the listeners say.
No, they'll say go to the game.
Oklahoma State wrestling coach John Smith announced his retirement yesterday. I hope they don't come after Erzman at UALR.
I could see that.
I already talked to Coach.
He ain't going nowhere?
We're locking him down.
Okay.
I told him they couldn't have him.
You got a checkbook. Make sure he stays here.
No.
Why would they not go after him? Did he go to Oklahoma State? Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah. You think their fan base will be excited?
Oh man, be pumped.
When will tickets for the upcoming football games go on sale? I don't know. Good question. All right, let's go to entertainment, shall we? God, I can't believe this. Oh. God.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram, or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
I don't know about that. All right, entertainment. We're going to be very brief today because we got other stuff to get to, and I am committed to not being late today. I am tired of screwing over Westmore. I'm going to say it publicly. I've screwed Wes over and over again on time, and I feel bad. And he comes in, he's like, okay, thanks for the 30 seconds. And when the morning show does it to us, I'm furious.
Yeah, you get so hot when they do it.
So I'm going to quit being a hypocrite today, and we're going to get it right. Kristen, you just cut me off if you need to. By God, just go to break. Jessica Alba is in the news. She's stepping down as chief creative officer at Honest Company, personal care company that she founded. She keep a seat on the company board, but Honest said that she will now focus on new endeavors. She founded it in 2012 after suffering allergic reactions to baby laundry detergents. The company went public in May of 2021 with shares soaring, but they had a tough time turning a profit, and they just got done turning a profit, and now she's stepping away. So good for her. Luke Combs leads the nominees for the 24 Academy of Country Music Awards with 8 nods to his name, according to the Academy Tuesday. For a 5th year in a row, he's up for Male Artist of the Year and Top Prize, Entertainer of the Year, and the Top Prize, Entertainer of the Year. The 59th Annual ACM Awards. This coffee got me all jacked up. Good job.
I got you.
Will take place May 16th at the Ford Center at the Star in Frisco. Combs' 8 nominations include a first-time nomination for Tracy Chapman. His cover of Fast Car is up for Song of the Year, a category that recognizes songwriters and publishers in addition to the artists. So good luck to all of them. And last but not least, John Bon Jovi's completely focused on recovery after having vocal cord surgery, taking part in special therapy sessions at every opportunity. Day to day, I'm working hard on it. He says nothing else matters until I work on getting better. It's up to God at this point. I've done everything I can do. He says he's put off a return on the road or to the road with Bon Jovi until he's back to full vocal strength. I won't compromise who we are as a band live because I think we're a pretty darn good band. It's amazing they've been able to keep it together as long as they have. I think any of these to go 20, 30, 40 years, it's amazing that they don't, again, with all the downtime and the distractions potentially out there between women, drugs, alcohol, and other opportunities in the world of music. I mean, it's pretty amazing the band stayed together for 30 and 40 years to me.
Sticking with the God talk, JD Note, you see his podcast with somebody else playing overseas. He had a whole episode talking about his journey that made him find Christ, and he's in it. And
Good.
He wants to share the word about it.
Well,
thought that was pretty cool.
Maybe after he gets done finding God, he can find a decent shot selection, because that's what he struggled with most
He'll
of his
throw it
life.
up, won't he? Anywhere.
This guy wants to know, Greg and Brian, great question. Is Bon Jovi living on a prayer, so to speak?
Sounds like it.
Nobody cares about football right now, says this guy. Arkansas baseball is number 1 and softball's top 10. Some people care about football. I do. The only thing worse than our O-line last year was Pearl Jam. Go to the game, says this person. You're crazy. This guy says the change of emotions when Petrino was hired, Coach Cal, and then Justin finds out he can't go to the game. LOL. I am really in a pickle. I am really struggling. Totally Not an Employee says you should go to see Pearl Jam and scream along to Even Flow at Wrigley Field. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and think how much easier of a day it'll be for your hardworking staff.
Well, it sounds like it's not a once-in-a-lifetime.
It's 2 in a lifetime.
Yeah, he's already done it.
Yeah.
Same band, same place. How many people get to do it twice, though?
Yeah. Well, apparently thousands. All the people went last time. All right, let's do birthdays and our
birthday stuff. We're going to do this.
Christian, that is my bad. O.J. Simpson. I had one story related to him, too, that was going to set us up. So thank you for reminding me. O.J. Simpson's only in the entertainment report because not that he's a former athlete, because we don't do sports in the entertainment report, DJ.
We don't do it.
The only reason he's in the entertainment report is because he killed 2 people. So let's get to that, shall we? O.J. apparently has been battling prostate cancer, and he lost. So the thing is, he found it was very challenging. He said, not as hard as killing 2 people, but it was very tough to deal with prostate cancer, apparently.
Yeah.
So, anyway, whatever you say to people, whatever the RIP version is for somebody who you hope has a tumultuous death and afterlife, that's where a lot of people are with O.J.
Yeah.
Listen, the only bad thing about it is that Norm Macdonald, the great comedian, is not around to take advantage of the potential content here. Of course, he passed away before all this went down, and he had his fun with O.J. It is amazing to me, Christian, that and I realize it's parody. You can get away with almost anything when it comes to comedy, but the fact that he didn't get sued because he was just roasting O.J. for months on end leading up to the trial, and then when he was acquitted, bit of a little egg on his face, I guess, there. But I don't remember what kind of stuff he was doing on the Weekend Update for that when the deal had been done. But anyway, let's harken back to the days when old Norm Macdonald used to have a little fun with the juice.
According to the most popular Halloween mask this year is O.J. Simpson. And the most popular Halloween greeting is kill you and the guy who's bringing over your glasses or treats. And the Pope came out with a book this week, which contains a series of essays examining faith and morality in today's secular world and the changing role of the Catholic Church as it approaches the 21st century. The book is entitled, God Himself Told Me That O.J. is Guilty. Well, let's get to O.J. O.J. Simpson's lawyers say they don't want the families of Nicole Brown and Ronald Goldman in the courtroom during the trial. They're afraid the presence of the family members will just remind O.J. of how much more killing he still has to do. It was revealed this week that defense lawyer Johnny Cochran once abused his first wife. In his defense, Cochran said, "Hey, at least I didn't kill her like some people I know." This week at the O.J. Simpson trial, the infamous bloody glove was finally introduced into evidence, and O.J. didn't help his case any by blurting out, "There it is, I've been looking all over for that thing."
Okay,
You like
DJ,
that.
you're
That's good.
36.
35.
What are your memories, if any, of the O.J. Simpson trial?
I would say almost not any.
Kristen, you don't have any either from your actual lifetime, right?
When it was 96, right?
I was in college. It was about 96, yeah.
Yeah, I was either not born or I was just born. So
Okay. Well, it was quite the event, my friend. It was quite the event. What are your memories of O.J. Simpson? When you hear O.J. Simpson, DJ,
Yeah, the glove if it don't fit.
is that all you remember?
That's about it.
Have you seen the documentaries, the movies, and the dramatic
I've
versions?
seen all that. Like I said, that's past my time or before my time.
Do you find it intriguing at all, the wildness of the story, though? I mean,
Oh yeah, I mean, I would say I know him more for that than a football player.
Oh, for sure.
I actually was surprised when I said, "Oh wow, he was a really good football player," and then he won the Heisman,
Yeah.
and I didn't even know all that stuff.
Dave Chappelle had some interaction with O.J. too, and it's interesting because he met him when he was a young comic. He said he met him first time when he was 19 years old. But he and here's the thing: this is a point of contention for me because what, DJ? What do words do? Words what? Words
matter.
Words matter. That's right.
Yep.
He said I met O.J. Simpson 4 different times. I'm like, you don't meet somebody 4 times.
No.
You were around him 4 times. You only meet him once.
Yeah.
Although if they forget you and you see him again and then they don't remember you from the first time, is that meeting them again? Do you meet them the second time?
Dang, there's a gray space there. I don't know. Because I feel like I meet a lot of people for the first time, multiple times.
Well, listen, here's what I know about Chappelle. He can be funny telling any story. I mean, I could literally, listen to him talk about driving into work. He would be hilarious. Now, your
Agreed.
story about driving into work was pretty funny today, too.
Yeah,
You
you
know
got me.
Chappelle, but I mean,
Yeah.
Anyway, here's Chappelle on his O.J. experience.
The second time I met O.J. Simpson was right after the trial of the century. O.J. Simpson was the most famous or infamous face on planet Earth. I was in a restaurant in Beverly Hills with my agent. I wasn't alone in the restaurant, but I was alone. I was the only black person in the restaurant. And in the 90s, that felt very uncomfortable. Now I tend to enjoy it at this age. I was having dinner with my agent, celebrating a deal that they told me was lucrative, but I later learned sucked. And suddenly, a group of women walked by. Every race was in that group. Black, white, Asian, Latina, white, and white again. They were all gorgeous. I watched them walk by. Then I saw a familiar face. Al Collins, the man from the infamous Bronco, walked by and embraced one of the women, and they walked towards the door. Couldn't believe what I saw. And then, close behind him was O.J. Simpson, newly released from jail. The restaurant fell still. I was shocked. I didn't mean to say it out loud, but it just came out. O.J. He stopped, turned around to see who said it, saw my black face, and correctly assumed it was me. I was sitting in the corner of the booth. He leaned over all the white people I was having dinner with and shook my hand. How are you, young man? He looked in my eyes, and I could see in his eyes that he didn't remember meeting me the first time. And then he walked away. And I looked back at my agents, and all of them had nothing short of disgust on their faces. And the only one with the courage to voice their disgust was a woman named Sharon, who used to represent me. How could you, she said, could you shake hands with that murderer? I said, Sharon, with all due respect, that murderer ran for over 11,000 yards.
You gotta love Chappelle.
Oh, man.
One of a kind. All right, if you're not too disgusted by our what fun we're having here, let's get to it. Birthday trivia. Christian, what do you want to give away today?
Arkansas versus Texas Tech next Tuesday.
versus Texas Tech. I like the way you said that.
Pair of tickets.
Let's go. Pair of tickets. Let's go see them Hogs. That's the team in America. I mean, best team in America, DJ.
Right
Number
here.
one.
No
Number
doubt.
one.
Not even close.
No,
No
I don't
debate.
care if you know what you're looking for or not. You go to that baseball game, you're going to have a good time. See the best team in the land in America.
America.
Let's get to it. 661-1037. You, too, can sponsor this segment. Rusty says, do you think OJ and Aaron Hernandez are bunking in hell?
Oh,
Tell you what, that football team, I'll tell you what, between those two and Ray Caruth,
they got
you
it going
got a
on.
team
You
going
know,
there.
Hale probably has a better football team than Heaven. I'm just going to say it. They
Gary,
probably do.
yeah, you're probably right. Gary says the game's going to be a blowout. Go to the concert. I'd love to be there since I've never seen Pearl Jam. You should definitely see him soon. Oh, that's mean. That's funny. Look at this one from Piggy Smalls. I'm not going to read that on the air, but that's hilarious.
Oh man, that's pretty good.
It's funny because it hurts. It's true. It's funny because
That's
true.
pretty good.
Yeah. All right. This guy says I wouldn't be surprised if OJ had CTE. Okay. It's not an excuse, but it is a factor.
A lot going on.
Yeah. Somebody just sent me a picture. Norm McDonald says, at least OJ can rest knowing his wife's killer is dead.
Oh, Lord.
There are plenty more football games in the future, not many more Pearl Jam concerts, I bet. I think they're going to be on tour for some time, pal. Take it easy. But the Razorbacks will be playing football once Pearl Jam hangs it up. You are right. I will give you that. All right. In other news, I have 2 Pearl Jam tickets for sale.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. All right. Christian.
You might.
No. All right, here we go. Gary, you're with DJ. Christian, you've got Chris. This guy is a former late-night television host who now
Jay
hosts
Leno.
a show.
David Letterman.
Hosts a show
Lucky.
called My Next Guest Needs No Introduction. Or as Zach Galifianakis said, it should be called
Between Two Ferns.
My new show has no viewers.
No.
What's David Letterman's age today, Christian? Don't judge by the old man beard.
Yeah, David Letterman is 74.
Ooh, a little high, 73.
77, not high enough. This woman is an actress. She was on Charmed as Prudence Hollowell.
Alyssa Milano?
In Beverly Hills 90210 as Brenda Walsh.
So not Alyssa Milano?
No, otherwise I'd have told you.
I don't know the other girls.
She is. She was kind of a controversial figure. She was a bit of a bad girl back in the day.
I don't know their names.
Shannon Doherty, 53 today.
Oh, that's right.
This guy's a country singer who is now singing with the Eagles.
Vince Gill.
Yeah, and he's married to, what's her face?
Amy
Grant.
Didn't he sing like Up High on the Mountain? What's that song?
Yeah, I don't know Vince Gill's music, but I did see him with the Eagles, and he was very good.
Go Rest High on the Mountain?
Yeah.
Glenn Fry's kid is with the Eagles, too. They're very good. Anyway, Christian, or DJ, excuse me, how old's Vince Gill?
Vince Gill is, I think he's 62?
No.
I think he's like 67.
Bingo bango. Wow. That's 5-zip. By the way, this woman I don't think you guys will get, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway. She's an actress, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machine. She was in...
Amelia Clark?
Yeah, dang it, I was going to say that.
No.
That was Genesis, I
My
think.
So-Called Life.
Oh, that girl.
Yes. Homeland. She was in Little Women in 1994.
Wait, you said Terminator 3?
3. That's what it says. I didn't see it. I don't know. Igby Goes Down, The Mod Squad, The Rainmaker, the Grisham film.
I've seen The Rainmaker.
Terminator 3.
I know who you're talking about. I
birthday.
don't know her name.
Claire Danes is 45.
Yeah.
I didn't think you guys get it. This guy you will get. You'll get the last 2. This guy was in Ocean's 11. He was the
George Clooney.
hotel owner or the casino owner. He was also in Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. You ever seen that movie?
Never heard of it.
You should watch it. It's very good.
I trust you.
Stand and Deliver, Black Rain, Internal Affairs,
Oh,
The Untouchables.
Andy Garcia?
Andy Garcia, Christian. Of course it is. Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. Christian, you watched it?
I have not, but I've heard of it.
You two should get together and watch it. It's quite good. I'll watch it again with you. How old is Andy Garcia today? Christian.
Andy Garcia is 64.
No.
63.
No, he's 68. DJ, keep going the wrong way.
Jeez.
Take a left turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah, I need to keep going higher. Last one?
You looking at Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead, or are you looking at Terminator 3?
All right. Trying to figure out this cast.
Last but not least, this guy played one of the key characters in the movie Touch, which you've probably also not seen. It's a good one.
Ed O'Neill?
Ed O'Neill.
Yeah. Getting demolished.
You're getting shut out, actually.
Yeah. No.
All right,
This is it right here.
This is it.
I'm on the board.
Yeah.
Who is it? Me?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Ed O'Neill. He played
How old's Al Bundy?
Al Bundy.
His name's Al Bundy?
He played Al Bundy on Married with Children.
Okay, he's
on Modern Family. You ever watch Modern Family?
Yeah.
He's married to Sofia Vergara.
He is 79.
No.
It's not a bad guess.
We'll see.
I'll go 77.
78, no point of order. You got shut out. Yeah! It's embarrassing. And you want to be my latex salesman. 12:35, got to go. We're going to do a little rewind, a little hanging out. We're at Oaklawn. It's packed in here, man. The main line's jumping. And by packed, I mean there's still a few tables left, but it's jumping in here. People are settling in, watching the Masters, watching the races in about 30 minutes. Oh, my gosh, 1 minute. We're 1 minute to race. We've been talking all this time. It's crazy how fast it went. Yeah, 12:30, that's right. Duh. Horses are walking to the starting gate. Let's get it on here. I'm ready. What else we got? Razorback baseball tonight. You can bet on that. We'll have the run lines later. But come on with it. We're streaming online. 501-661-1037 if you want to get in on anything as well. We'll be back after this.
Are you still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
This is Sports Center.
Kentucky basketball is closing in on their hire following Coach John Calipari coming to Arkansas. They're looking to make BYU head coach Mark Pope their next head coach. Pope played at Kentucky from 1994 to 1996. He has been the BYU Cougars head coach from 2019 until now. He led them to 2 tournament appearances but has 0 tournament wins. BYU was 23-11 this year and finished 5th in the Big 12. And Arkansas baseball gets their 3-game road series against Alabama started tonight with first pitch set for 6. Game 2 is set for 5 o'clock tomorrow, and then Sunday's game will be at 1. All 3 games will be on the Buzz and SEC Network Plus. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
Brandon Moving and Storage has served Central Arkansas since 1965 and continues to provide professional service, local reliability, and community investment. We provide residential and commercial moves, local, national, and international service, commercial warehousing and distribution, unpacking services, and custom packing and crating. Let Central Arkansas's trusted Beacons agent help you with your next move. Brandon Moving and Storage. You make a move, we make it easy.
There are no ordinary days in Arkansas. Hike to inspiring summits, bike on world-class trails, or fish in sparkling waters. Or see some of the world's top art collections and explore historic sites dedicated to everything from civil rights to rock and roll. After that, eat some award-winning barbecue and sip a local craft beer. So go on, get out there, and explore what the natural state has to offer. Find out more at arkansas.com.
This is happening from River City Flooring. And when you look for a local flooring and carpet store, check out my friends River City Flooring in Monmouth and visit their showroom to see their wide selection of the highest quality carpet, wood, laminate, and vinyl flooring at the best prices. Over 5,000 square feet of waterproof flooring starting at $1.99. Free installation on all in-stock carpet. They do custom tile showers, backsplashes, granite countertops, and more. Visit River City Flooring on Maumelle Boulevard just off 430 and at rivercityflooringinc.com.
The king of Arkansas sports talk, Randy Rainwater for Bet Saracen.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
The Zone is slowly becoming more like the morning show.
If you could see an old movie in a theater again, what would it be?
I looked up TV dads. You want to name a few?
No.
Let's see what random conversation the guys get into today.
All right, welcome back into the Zone. We're about to wrap up our show here in about 20 minutes. The first race just came. Look at that, Justin. It was a close one. 3-horse, won by a nose, literally a nose, just inching out. Actually, I don't know who won that race. Anyway, but before we get to talking about that, let me tell you.
3 ahead of 5.
Is that what it is?
Barely.
So. Yeah, it was close.
It was literally a schnoz.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Luckily, that horse had a good beak on it.
There's a lot of people betting money on 3. Probably making a little money on 3. You know what they need to do, Justin, with that money? Go ahead and take it back to Little Rock. Head out to Riding Parent Road, 11121 to be exact, to go see our friends at Jones & Son. They still have amazing deals going on when it comes to that diamond and bridal fine jewelry. When you shop for an engagement ring, now you get the benefit of shopping with the largest selection of rings in Central Arkansas. They also carry the biggest brands in the business. Shop their new collection at Jones & Son branded engagement ring. They also have the highest quality for a fraction of the price and fully customizable. That's what they really want to emphasize. If you can dream it up or draw it out, they will make it for you, and they can modify and design anything that suits your needs. They are the direct diamond importer, and they import all diamonds to make sure that you save money. Once again, it is 11121 Riding Parham Road. They've been there for over 35 years, the same address for over 3 decades. Finding that perfect piece of jewelry, just go there. Tell them we sent you.
Do that. Let's do our look back at the week that was. What do you say?
I'm down.
Respect that.
Yeah. Ooh.
Gosh, I'm like, it ain't time for Rihanna yet. Is it? Taking me out.
For some reason, the generic zone rewind open is not on the page.
Uh-oh.
So,
Also, I have some big news in the final segment to share with everybody. Remind me that I've got big news to share with everybody. Where's my lineup?
Big news.
Big news. Frank Fletcher style. Big news. All right, let's get to the rewind. Yay? Yay. All right, Christian. Here we go. This was funny. So the TNT crew was doing college games, of course. Danny Hurley was coaching his team. Bobby Hurley was on the set with the guys. And they were talking about things that they do getting ready for games. And Bobby is the head coach at Arizona State. And he and Charles Barkley had an interesting exchange about prepping and game day.
Talked about that last week, wearing the same underwear and washing them in the hotel. Heard about the M&Ms, and take out the ones of the opposing team, the color of the opposing team. Are all these superstitions a Dan Hurley thing or a Hurley family thing? Are you the same way?
We all have routines, and we talk about our crazy routines that we have. I don't eat on game day. That's mine. I want to make myself suffer and sacrifice before I have to go out and perform.
Are you serious?
Yes. No food on game day.
Oh, my God.
I fast.
Yeah. Wow.
That's my way of sacrifice.
I eat fast on game day. Eat fast on game day and not on game day.
Hilarious. John Calipari's the new coach at Arkansas. Did you guys hear?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
From Kentucky?
Yeah, the former Kentucky coach.
Wow, when that happened?
Oh, man, it's wild stuff.
Good get.
Yeah, and it's amazing his career did not get completely derailed after coaching Joe Klein in the NBA. He told his version, at least, of his story meeting Joe in New Jersey.
And I went to the Nets. You know who I got to coach at the Nets? Joe Klein. Now, yeah, he got me fired. But they were saying you traded for Joe Klein. No, he was in the trade. But I got to tell you one story. And Joe will tell you this is true. So I trade for him. He walks into my office in the arena. We're getting ready to play a game. He says, Coach, I'm Joe Klein. He just traded for me. I said, Joe, I don't have time to talk to you, so I'll see you after the game. He said, I put a uniform on. And I said, yeah, but you're not going to get in. But go ahead, warm up and be around. You know what happens. My center gets in foul trouble. Another kid gets hurt. I look at Joe. He looks at me. I look at Joe. He looks at me. And I said, go in, we'll run floppy. Anybody that ever, Joe Johnson's here, Ron, you know what floppy is. That's universal. Anybody can do it. Joe struggled with it, but anybody can do it. So I said, go in. And I could tell you other stories, but he walked by me and stopped and turned back and said, I'm Joe Klein. It's nice to meet you. And then went in the game. And I had an absolute, he and I have been friends since that time. He got me fired, but it was good because I could get back to what I do best. I'm sorry, Joe. I had to do that.
That's pretty fun.
It is good, and I'll tell you what they should do as a fundraiser, because I think a lot of people would turn out for it. Like if they just had Cal, like they had a night with Cal, and it's a sit-down dinner, and you get the first 1,000 seats, and you charge like $100 a seat.
Yeah.
And
easy money.
Yeah. You get somebody to donate that booze. I mean, it'd be a great. And he just sit up there and tell stories.
Yeah.
Little Q&A. Maybe have a few of his former players come by or do videos.
It'll be
other
more
coaches.
than a couple $100.
Invite anybody related to Temple basketball in there to talk.
Malik
about.
Monk.
No. Draw the line of Malik Monk. Anyway, a little more from Cal here talking about his team. He's excited about coaching this team.
You know what? I'm jacked about another opportunity. I'm like, let's go. Now, I met with the team. There is no team. So now Hunter's really extremely confident, but we got to get a roster together. And some of it's a little bit of everything, but we will. It may take a little longer because there are kids that put their name in the NBA draft.
Yep, that's true. It was funnier when he delivered that line in front of the crowd.
Oh, I bet they lost it.
Eaten out of his hand. Anyway, that's it. That's the Zone Rewind. 12:46. Let's hit a break. We'll come back and we'll rock and roll. Talk to Wes Moore. A little extended time and a big announcement.
Oh, he's got a lot of time.
Yeah, we got a big announcement coming up after the break, too. Let's check in with James, too, Christian, on the other side if we can. And then we'll share our big announcement. I think we did everything we're supposed to do today, and we stayed on time. Look at us. We're at Oaklawn. It's a place to be. Races are already underway. We've already got number 1 in the books. Number 2 is coming up in 24 minutes at 12:46. Oh, it is 12:46.
I think that's number 2 right now.
No, that's just the replay of 1.
Oh, okay.
We're 24 minutes of the second race. Wes has probably already won $100 on the first race, so
nice.
We'll see if he wagered on it. Anyway, stick around. It's the Zone.
Woman ain't scared to do a thing. Standing at the bus stop, sucking on a lollipop. Once she gets pumping, it's hard to make the hottie stop.
This is Pat Bradley for Brewskis. UFC 300, Saturday, April 13th. Arkansas's very own Bryce Thug Nasty Mitchell will be in the building at Brewskis downtown. Get there early Saturday night and meet the legend himself. Main event features light heavyweight brawl between Alex Pereira and Jamal Hill. And the undercard is loaded. UFC 300, Saturday, April 13th at 9 p.m. Both locations, downtown and north. Meet Bryce Thug Nasty Mitchell in the building at Brewskis downtown. And stick around because the party doesn't stop until 2 a.m. Brewskis, you home for lunch, happy hour, and late night.
Make this summer one to remember by stopping by Arch Marine in North Little Rock. Arch is all about creating fun on our lakes and rivers. You have to come by and see the new 2024 G3 Tri-Tunes, the hottest and coolest ride out there. We're easy to find. Take the Levy exit.
Some people aren't easily inspired. They require a little more craftsmanship, more elegance, more excitement. Some people are inspired and see the future before it's here. They see the need for its selection of car and driver 10 best, aiming for soft leather, reclining heated skin row seats, and for its IIHS top safety rating. It inspires you, the all-new Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury, today.
Did you know that Mosquito Joe now installs mosquito misting systems? It's the ultimate solution for mosquito-free living. Mosquito Joe's cutting-edge misting systems are discreetly installed around areas such as pools, patios, and boat docks to create a protective barrier that banishes those annoying bugs. It's like having a mosquito control technician in your yard 24/7. Take back your outdoor space this summer by visiting arkansas.mosquitojoe.com. With Mosquito Joe, outside is fun again.
Tackle your outdoor projects with Greenway Equipment's Lawn Patrol Package. Handling is effortless with the John Deere 1023 East twin touch controls, hydrostatic transmission, and 4-wheel drive with power steering. The 60D drive-over auto-connect belly mower makes mowing easy, and the 120R quick park loader is perfect for dirt moving and mulching projects. With 0% APR for 84 months and a 6-year powertrain warranty, it's a deal you can't miss. For more information, head to your local Greenway or visit gogreenway.com with approved credit. See dealer for details.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics. Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With the never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See Shelter agent Matt Warden in Little Rock, Seth Hobbs in Bryant, or Nick Gennardi in Sherwood.
Tune in each day to Drive Time Sports to hear Trey Biddy talk all things Razorbacks. Brought to you by Chris Crane Hyundai, Arkansas's #1 Hyundai dealer, and Genesis of Conway, Arkansas's only Genesis dealer. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Welcome back to The Zone and the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio with Justin Acree and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
All right, wrapping things up, and I was out at Guadney Chevrolet yesterday.
Employee of the month?
Employee of the month.
Nice.
Congrats to Mr. Nash, who was the employee of the month. Said save lots of cash with Nash. He's hilarious.
Ooh,
guy's
that's
a character.
awesome.
He's been there a couple different times, but he's a character.
More than Dylan from
More than
Generator
Dylan from no,
Super Center.
Yeah, I don't know about that. They'd be good. They'd be a good match. But that was fun this week too. Yeah. But anyway, it was good being out there yesterday and seeing him and hanging out a little bit. They have not one, not two, three Corvettes on site.
Oh man!
I called my girl yesterday. I said, "Honey,
are they the electric
no,
yellow nitro? No,
these are 2 reds and an orange." And I said,
Ooh.
"Hey, I'm about to buy a Corvette. They're 85.
Get you one
listed at 85." And she said, "I think you should save up for like a down payment on a house maybe." I was like, "Yeah, it's probably a good idea, but I really want one of these Vets."
I thought we liked the downtown
Woo,
vibe.
buddy. Yeah, I like it. I like downtown. I need to not move again for a while, so maybe that's why I should buy the Corvette.
Get you a home over there in the over there by the art museum. I like that little area.
No, that's a good spot.
Yeah.
It's just going to get better and better, too.
Yeah.
There's some homes that are being renovated, torn down, rebuilt, all that. But I'm trying to tell you about my vet right now.
Okay, I get it.
Anyway, Guadney Chevrolet's got all kinds of options. And also, dude, I should have taken video. Chuck did when we were doing our stuff out there. It's like Suburban, Tahoe, and then they had a whole line of Silverados, Blazers. I mean, their selection's insane right now.
Nice.
It looks like the Secret Service goes out there to shop, buy their stuff
I
to
get
drive
it.
the president
all
around.
black, just lined up in a row.
Different colors, but
Okay.
like just to have the big SUVs out there was great. I'm like, James, got a beach trip coming up.
Yeah,
Hook a fella up.
I wonder if there's ever been a president who just wanted to ride and maybe
like a bright red one.
Yeah, why does it always got to be black?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
or gray, white, cacti green. Can I get a cacti green?
Please get into some cacti greens.
Anyway, all you got to do is pop out to Guadney Chevrolet. The selection's ridiculous. They're still doing under 3% on Silverados. They can help you on great financing on other vehicles as well. James and I talked about that yesterday. And, some of them were like 4 or 5%, but he's like, look around. Like, a lot of people are doing 8%. Like, you're lucky to get that. So, I mean, they're doing a great job, doing the best they can for you and trying to help you save money. Plus, they're going to take care of you on your trade. And I just love the fact that they've got great selection because, again, for a long time, that was a problem for a lot of people. But I promise you, if you make the short drive out there, you're going to be happy you did. It's the great way to start spring and get yourself into a new vehicle for Guadney Chevrolet. They are here to help you, folks. Pop out there and see them. And check out the Silverado Trail Boss, too. I like they've got different packages, too. So, obviously, you need a little bit cheaper option on a certain vehicle. They can help you out on that. But if you want all bells and whistles, four-wheel drive package, tow package, all that. Got you hooked up. All right, Wes, you got 8 minutes to fill. Is he there yet? Am I too early?
He's not. You're too early.
Oh, look at that. First time ever. Mark it down. Never happened before. May never happen again. The morning guys were talking about grilled cheese sandwich day. It's today's National Grilled Cheese Sandwich Day.
I like a good grilled cheese.
How many times in a year you think you eat grilled cheese? Chris is going to say 300.
No, I can count on one hand, bro.
Yeah.
You don't eat grilled cheese much for a guy that's kind of a plain dude? I'm surprised.
Yeah, I like them. I just don't eat them.
I would say in this past year, I like from today and 364 before this, I probably have not had one grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh, man, in the wintertime, about 5 times a winter.
Really?
I'll do tomato soup, grilled cheese basics.
Yeah?
Yep.
That sounds good.
It's amazing.
I just forget about them.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
I'll sleep on a grilled cheese.
Maybe I don't need to sleep. You make them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm sleeping on the grilled cheese.
It's a great one.
You know what you sometimes slip on is a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That may be one of my favorite meals of all time.
What is it?
PB&J. Crunchy, though. Crunchy peanut butter.
Man, it's great. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it, too. My grandmother and I used to do this. We'd make PB&J on toast, and we put the potato chips in between.
That sounds aggressive.
It's crunchy.
Is that the way to go?
It's crunchy. It adds a little extra salty.
Okay.
Throw a few potato chips in between your PB&J next time, and it is a good crunchy sandwich. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not saying every
I'll
time.
be surprised.
It's
Yeah.
nice for a curveball.
You know what is wild is you can miss. It's a very small margin of error when it comes to too much jam or too much peanut butter or too less. It's got to be. It takes art to make a good PB&J.
You're right. Got a note. Just tell me when Wes shows up. I got a note here from the 910 North Carolina. Says, you say there are a lot more opportunities by Pearl Jam. I thought I'd have another chance to go see Tom Petty. I missed the concert in Little Rock because of a conflict. Then about a month later, he's dead. So take advantage of getting to see him while you can.
What's this big news you were talking about?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
This guy says grilled cheese where it's at. So, starting Monday.
Okay.
And that's why I wanted Wes to be here for the announcement.
Oh.
'Cause he's part of this, too. And after a long relationship of getting our news with my former employer, KTV, partially because, let's be real, partially because you're here.
Yeah.
Partially because Wes is here. We've got our employees over from Team 20.
Oh, I'm liking the way this is sounding.
We are going to start carrying on Monday KARK News and Weather.
We're bringing it, huh?
The Yak Attack.
The Yak Attack?
I couldn't deny Yak Attack. So,
oh, man, who's going to be doing the news?
Various people, including you sometimes.
A little carousel of nice. So you got
Cast of
Monteverde.
characters.
You got Hillary Hunt, Laura Monteverde. You got Ashley King. You have Bob Clausen. Great selection of people.
But who's going to do the morning?
What do you mean?
You or Hillary?
Hillary would want to do it, but I'm sure. I don't know. I'll let her.
See, the good thing is if you do it, you can be like, and catch me in the zone at 10:06.
Oh, I can't wait.
I love it.
I would prefer to do it, but Hillary, she'll try to take it from me.
But I want to thank Kyle and Ernie and the whole staff at KRK, and I do want to also thank our friends at KTV. It's been a great long run with them as well. This is just it's the dawn of a new era.
So we're officially in bed together now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Move over. I need my space. And I know you're not a snuggler anyway.
Oh, I don't snuggle at all.
All right. Let's bring in Wes there yet?
Wes is here.
Wes, I tried to give you 10 minutes today. I'm turning over a new leaf, buddy. I'm turning over a new leaf.
It's going to be odd Monday to hear some of those reports because I listen to the Buzz so much that, you know, you just get used to certain things. But it's a good change. I'm excited for it.
I am too. What are y'all doing today?
Well, Pat Bradley is going to make up his segment from earlier this week, so we'll get his thoughts on Calipari coming to Arkansas and Pope going to Kentucky. That is quite the shocker right there.
Yeah, what'd you think of that?
I think many people. Man, you went from you go from Hurley and Drew to Pope. It's a big drop off. For fans there, and you know he may work out, maybe great. You know, it wasn't like BYU stunk it up, but and he's a former player, so that's how they're trying to sell it. But it didn't look good, right? You go from Calipari to Pope.
They're going to have more money for NIL, though.
Yeah, money matters.
Money
Sure
matters.
does. Mark the Magician, speaking of money, he's going to try to make us some money today down there at Oaklawn. We'll have his picks. And then Sully comes on. We'll talk to him about Calipari and the weekend and the Razorback baseball team. The football game moved to Thursday night, so we got plenty of things to get to.
Did you hear my
over the
pickle,
next
Wes?
3 hours. Hear about what?
My pickle? I was excited. I went on and on about how excited I was about that. Then I realized, I looked at my calendar, that's the same night I'm supposed to be at Pearl Jam at Wrigley Field. What do I do?
Oh, you got to go Pearl Jam and Wrigley Field.
I can't believe you. I'm shocked at you. Of all people, I thought you'd say football.
I'm shocked, too. You know?
You got ESPN Plus. You can have it on at the concert.
Man, what if UAPB upsets him? That'd really be crazy. I miss that. I'd be so mad.
Oh, I
All
want
right.
you to be there.
You can delve into those options.
It'll
I
be our
guess.
first football game together, Justin. You're not even going to be there.
I know, it sucks. Stay tuned to Oaklawn. We've already got a date set for Fayetteville, though.
Yeah, we do.
Stay tuned. Oaklawn all weekend, friends. And this is the place to watch the UFC tomorrow, but Out of Bounds coming up next.
It's Justin Akers from my good friends at CertaPro Painters. And right here in Central Arkansas, you can get exactly what you need from a painting standpoint, and you can get it from the folks you trust and believe in. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. And it comes with free estimates. You get great communication along the way,